Yeah, what's going on, family? What's up, what's up, what's up? We are here, all right, for our Healing for the Holiday show, okay? We are going to be talking about, all right, different things that we've gone through in the holiday season, okay? So I want you to come up. I want you to share, all right? I want you to be transparent. You know what I mean? I want you just to tell me, you know, how the holidays have treated you. You know what I mean? What you've been through with the holidays, things of that nature. All that. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's going on for the holidays, man. Let me know how the holidays have been with you. You know what I mean? Let me know how the holidays have treated you. I might be troubleshooting right now, family, so hold on. Might be paused. I think I might be paused. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second, family. Give me 1 second. See if I get it back. Let me see if I get it back. Okay, there you go. Okay. So yeah, y'all. This is Healing for the Holidays, y'all. All right. Now, I'm about to put up the banner. Okay. I'm also about to drop the stream, y'all. I'm gonna drop that stream, y'all, right now. All right, because I want y'all to come in early, and I want y'all to, you know, let me know what the holidays have done for you, what it hasn't done for you, all that. So I'm dropping a link right now, right in the chat. All right. So I want y'all to come up and share. Let me know what the holidays mean to you. Share me some stories. Share me the good times, the bad times, all the times. You know what I'm saying? You know? So yeah, come up and share. But first, let me give a shout out to Mr. Bryant on the check-in. Mr. Bryant, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Also, y'all give a shout out to Ghost Fluff. What up, Ghost? What's going on? Also, too, She Stole My Thunder. She Stole My Thunder. What's going on? She Stole My Thunder. Good to see you. You know what I mean? Also, y'all see the link. You know what I mean? It's already in here. You know what I mean? Come up, y'all come up. You know what I mean? Let me know how the holidays have treated you. Let me know if the holidays are something that you even believe in. All right? Because we all got different beliefs. Let me know what holidays you do believe in. Okay? Let me know if you celebrate Kwanzaa, you celebrate Christmas. All right? You know what I mean? You celebrate whatever you celebrate, let me know. You know what I mean? Shout out to my sister, Miss Polly. She said she'll be up here in a few. Okay, Miss Polly? You know what I mean? Definitely come up. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's healing in your time of just, you know, everything your family going through. I wish y'all the best. I wish you all the condolences and the love, sister. You already know that. You know what I mean? Much love to you. You know what I mean? Everybody giving their greetings and salutations. Good to see all my family up in here. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're up in here. But yeah, man, let me know what the holidays mean to y'all, man. You know, for me, you know, the holidays is something special to me, man. I really like the holidays. I really enjoy it. You know, I said Kwanzaa. That's the one I'm missing. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, or Christmas. Let me know if you even, you know, celebrate any of those or you don't celebrate none of them. All right. I want to know, and I want to know why. Tell me, you know, the stories of your past or your family. You know what I mean? Did your mom give you all the gifts? Did she miss one of the gifts? You know what I'm saying? Are you still upset that she missed one of the gifts? These are things that I want to know, family. Okay? You know what I mean? So I'm about to drop the ticker, you know what I mean, for this holiday healing thing. I'm trying to look for it right now. Give me 1 second. But yeah, okay, there you go. Boom. I'm going to kind of modify it a little bit. You know what I mean? So I can put the Cash App up there for Healing for the Holidays. Now listen, also what we're doing for this is that we are raising donations for those that are in need. Okay? This is specifically for those in need. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna create a banner real quick. You know what I mean? So y'all can really, you know, help those that are in need. All right? You know what I mean? And all these donations are going to those in need. You know what I'm saying? It's specifically for that. It's not for the show at all. Okay? And I want to just drop some names of people that we're going to be helping. Okay? We're going to be helping our sister Unicorn, also known as House of Ash. You know what I mean? We're going to be helping her in her time of need. Okay? We're going to be helping our sister M&S Angel. Okay? All right? We're going to be helping her out, aka Melissa. We're going to be helping her out. All right? We're also going to be helping our sister Medusa Vision. You know what I mean? AKA Alicia. We're going to be helping her out in her time of need. Okay? These are all people that we are trying to help during this time of need. Okay? They all have different needs. They all have different things that they're going through. You know what I mean? And all the donations that you send, I'm going to have them personally come up, you know what I mean, and share, you know, how much this means to them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And they're going to let you know, you know, what the donations have been used for, you know what I mean, what they're going through, you know, and please be respectful, y'all, okay? Please be respectful for whatever they share, you know what I mean, whatever they're willing to share. Please be respectful, y'all, okay? That is the Cash App. Hashtag Holiday Healing, all right? That's the Cash App, y'all. You know what I mean? So if you want to donate anything, send it there, y'all, okay? Also, I want to give a shout out to what Mr. Bryant said. I'm about to eat, but as soon as I'm done, I will try to come up. Okay, Mr. Bryant. All right. Also, give a shout out to Me Have Donut. He said, story time, elbow cough. Yes, Me Have Donut. Definitely story time. You want to come and share? You know what I mean? The link for the Twitch is up there. Also, the link for the YouTube is up there. And the link for the Facebook is up there. All right. So as we hear, you know what I mean? Let me share some stories with me, right? Now, during Christmas, there was one gift that I really wanted in particular that I never got, right? Mom, if you're listening, all right, this is to you, all right? I love you, Mom, but we got to talk about this, okay? All right, you know that I wanted the WWE wrestling ring, okay? I begged you for this gift, all right? I did everything I had to do in school, all right? And I told you what wrestlers I wanted, you know what I mean? You got me a few of the wrestlers. I'm not mad at that, all right? But there were certain wrestlers that I wanted that you didn't give me, Mom, and I'm still kind of a little salty about that, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, where my wrestling ring at? You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking for it. I'm going to search under the tree this year. I ain't give up. You know what I mean? I ain't lose hope. You know what I mean? Hopefully that wrestling ring is there. You know what I mean? So if there's any gifts, y'all, that y'all didn't get, or it was a gift that you did get, right, that you still remember, put that in the chat. Now, Mom's, you know, that was just one gift that she didn't get, okay? But, yo, let me tell you something. My mom, man, she hit the home runs, man, when it came to gifts, man. All right? First time, man, the first gift that I remember specifically, you know, vividly, and I have a story with it, you know what I mean? Because some other gifts I remember, but they're kind of vague because I was really, really young. I was like a toddler or whatever. But this Christmas, I'll never forget, all right? Now, you know what I mean? It was a Christmas morning, super early. It had to be like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., right? I get up, you know what I mean? And, you know, me being a kid, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm looking around. I'm trying to see if something is there. So, man, you know, use a restroom, right? And I look down the steps, right, to go downstairs, and I see something there, but I don't know what it is. So I hit the stairwell light. Hit the stairwell light. There's gifts lined up on the stairs. No cap, y'all. Gifts lined up. So I'm just losing my mind, right? I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, what moms did, right? Man, brother, open up the first gift. What's the first gift I open up? First gift I open up, a Game Boy. Oh my gosh. Yo, who remember the Game Boy? If you had a Game Boy, put it in the chat, all right? Let me know if you had a Game Boy. Share your Game Boy stories, right? First gift was a Game Boy. Second gift, right? There's more. Wait, there's more. Yes. Open the second gift. Mom Dukes got me the Super Nintendo, man. The Super Nintendo with Mario. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, let me tell you something. There's only several times in my life where I've been like completely just overwhelmingly just like blown away happy of receiving something, and that is definitely number one. Okay, I have never ever been more happy than that Christmas morning. All right, when I found out that she got me the Game Boy with the Super Nintendo, man, a brother was gone, man. A brother was gone. You know what I mean? Me Have Donut said, your mama just gave me insight to a whole new level here. She sounds amazing. She is amazing. My mom is amazing, man. Shout out to moms. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, like, dude, man, when that happened, yo, family, I'm telling y'all, I lost it. I lost it. You know what I mean? I was ecstatic. You know, then after that, you know, because back then I was only like, 7 years old, right? So, you know, I'm not hooking up no Super Nintendo. I don't know how to do none of that, but I damn sure knew how to use that Game Boy. Man, took the batteries out. She had batteries already packed in and all that. You know what I mean? Took the batteries up in there, put it in there. First game I threw on, Tetris. You know what I mean? Tetris was the first game I started playing. You know what I mean? And I still love Tetris to this day. You know what I mean? Threw on the Tetris, started going in. You know what I mean? Then after that, Mom's caught me the Super Mario World. You know what I mean? Who remember Super Mario World? I had Super Mario World. You know what I mean? I think this was either part 1 or part 2. I can't remember. But I know it was Super Mario World. And I was like, oh, she got me the Super Mario World. Like, yo, man, I'm telling you. Incredible, y'all. Incredible. But yeah, man, definitely come up, y'all. You know what I mean? Tell me what Christmas means to y'all. What any of these holidays mean to y'all. If you believe in the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Rufus Media said, what's up, everyone? What's up, Rufus Media? What's good? What's good? Also, shout out to Big Rick Slaps. Big Rick Slaps, what up? Shout out to the panel and people in the Big Rigs in the building. What up, Big Rigs? What up? Salute. So yeah, man. And this holiday healing thing, like I said, you know, it's a time for you to share about the holidays, good, bad, and indifferent. Also, it's a time for you, you know what I'm saying, to just let it be known. You know what I mean? What you think about the holidays. Whatever you believe in, whatever you don't believe in, I want to hear it. You know what I mean? I also want to hear about I want to hear about the holiday, you know what I mean, drama too, all right? You know what I mean? When Uncle, you know what I'm saying, drunk a little too much. I want to hear about all that too. You know what I mean? You know, I've had some holiday drama. Nobody got into a fight though. Nobody did nobody flipped over the tables and nothing like that. You know what I mean? You know, black folk, we don't be doing that. You know what I mean? Them be them other folks sometimes. But yeah, you know what I mean? We ain't flip over no tables and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey fam, what up, Mr. Nebraska? And then Big Rig says, I'm not on holidays, but I'm no Scrooge. All right, Big Rig, come up and tell me about, you know, why you feel the way you feel, bro. Come up. Y'all see the link? I'm gonna put it again. I'm gonna post it right again up in the chat so y'all can come on through. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So look, man, let me tell y'all something. You know what I mean? The holidays are definitely a time where you will get to know yourself and your family a lot more than what you may want to or may know of. Okay? So you're gonna find out some things sometimes on a holiday that maybe you wasn't aware of. All right? Maybe sometimes you was like, yo, I didn't know that this was happening. Like, I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know somebody felt this way. You know what I mean? A lot of truth gets revealed during the holidays, okay? You know what I mean? And sometimes when we're not ready for that truth, it can get real, okay? It can get very real. You know what I'm saying? So let me read some of y'all comments. I see y'all coming in. Me, Abdona said, we do Christmas each year like everyone else, but we honestly don't make a big deal out of it. Me and my brother get each other some new tools, and my mom just got me some new cologne always, LOL. All right, what cologne you rock, bro? You rock Cool Water? I'm a Cool Water man. All right, I'm a Cool Water man, so let me know what you rock. Mr. Nebraska said, I stopped celebrating holidays years ago when I started studying history. What history, Mr. Nebraska? I want to know what history you study. Let me know. Hit me up. You know what I mean? Come through. As she said, me have done a shout out Mr. Nebraska. What's going on? Definitely hit that like button, share, you know what I mean? Big Rick shout out Mr. Nebraska. But yeah, family, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the holidays reveal a lot of truth, you know what I mean, about ourselves and our family. Some things we don't know, some things we don't want to know, all right? And some things we already knew, but we wasn't trying to find out, all right? We didn't want nobody else to find out, all right? So let me know about that too, man. When y'all come up, I want to hear about all the stuff that y'all been going through. But keep in mind also, like I said, this is healing for the holidays, all right? There's also time to heal. So if there's something that you want to be vulnerable about, there's something you want to share, this is the time for that, okay? You know what I mean? This is a safe space. I'm not going to judge nobody. I'm not going to clown nobody if you're talking about something serious. You know what I mean? I'm going to clown you if you're not talking about something serious, okay? I'm just going to let you know that because you know how I get down. But if you're talking about something real, I'm going to hear you out. You know what I mean? I'm going to definitely hear you out. You know, I'm going to give you a time to reflect. If you don't want no feedback, you know what I mean? We'll just listen. You know what I'm saying? Also got to give a shout out to M3. M3, what up? Mr. Nebraska says, pagan holidays. Which one though? Which holiday? Okay? Are you talking about all the holidays, Mr. Nebraska? Or are you talking about one of them? All right? I want to know. Excellent topic, podcast. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank the team. Thank M3. Thank all the team. The knowledge relationship team. Thank the family. I got to thank the whole family, man. Thank the Conquer groomsmen. I'm not going to name all of y'all. There's too many of y'all, but y'all know who y'all are. You know what I mean? It's about 20 of y'all up in that family group, but y'all know who y'all are. You know what I mean? Sister Annie, she said, hey, Intellectual SoapBox, Sister Annie, look, If you want to come up and have some holiday healing up in here, give some holiday healing up in here, share a good word or two, maybe share a scripture, come on up. I invite that too. Y'all can share scriptures, y'all can share a good word of the day, something from whatever religion you believe in. I'm willing to hear it all. Okay, I want to hear all the stories. Like I said, it's also a safe space. So if you want to take a time to reflect on somebody or some memory or something that has happened, this is it. You know what I mean? Come through, man. I'm definitely here for that. She said all of them. Okay, all of them. What? Mr. Nebraska. Okay. All right. So how can all the holidays be pagan? Like literally every single one is a pagan holiday. Every one. Right? That's including Kwanzaa, that's including Hanukkah, that's including Christmas. All of them are pagan. All right, hey, you know what I mean? Maybe you can explain in the comments or you're going to come up here and explain whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? She giving a shout out to M3, Sister Inge. I don't do none of them. Woo! Okay. At the LOL, I got you. You know what I mean? She's giving a shout out to Vouaghn Bryant. Mr. Brash says, hey, Inge. Hey, Queen, what's going on? We have donuts at LOL, Nebraska. Inge giving a shout out to Big Rick Slaps. Nebraska giving a shout out to Me Have Donut with the LOL. You know what I mean? Sister Inge giving a shout out to Mr. Nebraska. You know what I mean? Vaughn Bryant said there's a Grinch in the house. Ooh. Mr. Bryant, you shooting already? We just started. We shooting already. We're not even 30 minutes in. Mr. Bryant shooting. Hold on. I got somebody coming in. Okay? Now listen. This sister says she don't believe in none of them, all right? Okay? Now listen, let her share her piece before y'all start shooting. All right? Let her see what she got to say. Got to bring in my lovely sister, okay? Miss Nebraska, what's up, family? What's going on?
What's up? How are you?
I didn't call you the Grinch out here. They say you're a Grinch. Come on, Miss Nebraska. Tell them why you don't believe in none of them. Tell them why. We want to listen.
I would say it was probably around 5 to 6 years ago. I just started I'm a historian by nature. I love history. I'm just a low-key nerd like that. And, it was a lot of stuff that I was seeing go down, in the Baptist churches. I grew up in a Baptist church. And it just didn't make sense. So I started doing my research on these holidays, Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and the origins of which they originated from. And it went against my belief as a Christian. So, but a lot of people don't know the history origins of these holidays because, they've become such a American holiday. We just all go with the flow because that's all we know. We were born and raised here. So, I just personally, I felt convicted because it didn't align with what I believed in, what I said I believed in. And so that's how I started to be awakening of these pagan holidays that we grew up celebrating, but didn't know the meaning of what we were celebrating.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sister Nebraska? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Okay, hold on. All right. So what about Kwanzaa, right? What about Hanukkah? You talked about the Christian holidays, right? What about everybody else, though? They all got it wrong? You know what I mean? Big Rick Slap says, bah humbug.
I don't know too much about Kwanzaa. I was told Kwanzaa stems from some African heritage or something.
Yes, ma'am.
African. So I don't know anything about any African religion outside of the Old Testament, right? Mm-hmm. Hanukkah, I don't know nothing about Hanukkah. I'm only referring to the pagan holidays that most of us Americans grew up with and celebrated as kids, and most of us still as adults. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, Easter, those holidays.
Okay.
And a lot of those holidays, Halloween, And a lot of those holidays, the churches engage in them as well.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Got to give a shout out to the homie, Marcus, sophomore Marcus. What's going on, man? Hopefully he's cooking
Marcus?
Sandwiches. Marcus, what up, baby? You know what I mean? If you want to come up, you know what I mean, share your holiday stories, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we want to hear all holiday stories, all right? This is not based on religion, it's not based on anything else. It's holiday healing. And also it's a time of healing too. So if you're having a rough time right now during the holidays, we definitely want to hear what's going on with you, all right? This is a safe space, all right? Also, y'all keep in mind, okay, as you see the hashtag holiday healing, all right, we are taking donations for those that are in need. This is not for the stream, okay? This is only for those in need. Hashtag holiday healing, okay? All right, it don't matter if you send $1, $2, $3, man, a penny. Send whatever you can, man, okay? This is definitely for those that are in need. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about going live every day, you know what I'm saying, to support this, okay? I'm very, very serious about this, all right? These are people who are in need that we know, okay? Those who are in need, let's try to help them. Let's try to, you know, be out there and try to support those in need, all right? To those in need, all right? So, let me move down to some of the other pleasantries before I really get back to Mr. Nebraska, all right? Her being a Grinch, all right? We're gonna get back to that in a minute. You know, M3 says, hello, everyone. Good to see you all in here. You know what I mean? Me, I've done a shout out Marcus, you know? M3 shout out Inyania. Me, I've done not relationship. Hellos, hope all is well. Yes, please make sure if you haven't hit the notification, share, leave a comment. Definitely subscribe to Nodule Relationships, okay? Also follow Miss Nebraska on Twitch, all right? She's on Twitch. She's on Twitch heavy. Okay, we got something cooking with Miss Nebraska, but I'm not going to tell you. All right, that's what I'm going to say. We got something cooking, but we ain't going to tell you. All right?
Are you referring to this week?
I'm not going to tell them too much, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not going to tell them too much. But they gotta tune in to see, all right? This is why you should follow Miss Nebraska, so you can tune in to see. Follow her on Twitch, all right? You know what I mean? So you can find out what's going on. Also, definitely follow, you know, the Intellectual SoapBox, man. You know, you gotta follow, you know, what I'm doing too, what the team is doing as well over there. You know, we over there too. You know what I mean? So yeah,
you guys are killing the game.
Hey, we trying. You know, we all are killing it. We all one family. You know how we get down. You know, just the NA shouts out Marcus. You know what I mean? Marcus also giving some more love with telling people to hit the notification and sub. Definitely. You know what I mean? So wait, hold on. So okay. So since you have, and there goes Mr. Nebraska Twitch, y'all. All right, follow her on Twitch. All right, follow her on Twitch and show her that love. All right, she got some awesome content, some bomb interviews, yo. I don't know how she know all these people. She be interviewing people. I'm like, yo, how she know that person? Miss Nebraska, she a celebrity out here. You know what I mean? I didn't even know that when I first met her.
I do not want no problems. I do not want no problems. I am not a celebrity.
Oh man, she a big time out here, y'all. All right, so show us some love on Twitch, y'all. She definitely showing a lot of great content on Twitch, y'all. Support y'all. Give her that love, for real. You know what I mean? Marcus also showing love to Mr. Nebraska. Thank you, Marcus, for doing that, man. We appreciate you. So wait, hold on. So Mr. Nebraska, so what do you do during the holidays? Are you not around family? Like, what are you doing during this time?
So good question. So on Christmas, I actually go downtown to volunteer for the homeless.
Okay.
And I've been doing that for the last 4 years now.
Okay.
It's pretty much an all-day thing. And you know, most holidays I have a lot of family that comes in town from Nebraska, from all over, and you know, I'll go. I'll stop by and see my family that's in town, but that's about it. You know, I don't partake.
Okay.
How I used to. If that makes sense.
Now, that makes perfect sense. Now, since you have that stance, right? Mm-hmm. Are you, you know, has your family been supportive, or have you been judged? All right. Have people judged you? Have you, somebody throw a little shade, somebody say a little comment, you know what I mean? Oh, what's wrong with her? I mean, has that ever happened to you, or is everybody all good?
Of course that happened to me. Of
wow.
course, you know, people are always going to say something when they don't understand, and you know, of course, people don't. They not gonna read. Who got time to read?
Hold on, I gotta pause you real quick. Mr. Brass, because I gotta let my guest in. All right, listen, this is an elder statesman out here, okay, in the social media, YouTube streets and abroad. All right, somebody I definitely look to as somebody that's been a mentor, a guy for me. You know what I mean? I totally look up to this man, this family man, who's gonna give me some great content tomorrow too about fatherhood. All right, on my channel. Okay, let me welcome in the esteemed, the incredible, Mr. Vouaghn Bryant.
Wow.
Welcome on in, Mr. Vaughn.
What an introduction. Wow, man. Thank you very much. I didn't know, you know. But yeah, man, you know, I love the topic today because, you know, when you talk about holiday healing, man, I mean, we can just go on and on about that because there's definitely a need for that. You know, this time of year is very hard for so many people. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if we could bring about any type of cheer for those people, that would be a good thing, you know, because a lot of people during this season, you know, which we call Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of these different things, you know, many people are struggling, you know what I'm saying, with their self-esteem, with, you know, with their status, with whatever it is, you know, with depression. You know, you may have lost a loved one around this time. And so people tend to, when this time of year come around, they become very sad, you know. So I'd like to just bring some cheer, you know, and let you know what I love about it. I love Christmas. Listen, I'm a Christmas person. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say that it's a pagan holiday and it's of the devil. But, you know, no, the devil doesn't live in our house. God does. You know what I'm saying? And so when we get around and we do family things and we decorate this tree, which, you know, the Bible talks about a tree that was decorated, if you want to do a little historical research biblically, you know, and it talks about the pagan aspect of that tree. But we don't worship a tree. We worship Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like if you decorate your home for a birthday. Or, you know, which basically the reason for the season is, you know, the birth of Christ. So that's basically what we're celebrating. But man, I love everything about the season. You know, man, I grew up celebrating, and just the camaraderie of family and family members that get together that you haven't seen in a long time. You see what I'm saying? Because of this season, and we all get together and we laugh and we talk and we eat very good food, you know what I'm saying, and we just have a good time. You know, I love the smell of Christmas. I just love it. It brings a light into the house for me, you know. So, and I know I jokingly made the thing about Scrooge. My sister, I don't want you to take that offensively. You know, I don't really see you as a Scrooge. I was just jokingly trying to troll in the chat.
Oh no, no, I don't take anything.
But no, and but I do respect your stance, and as to the reason how you view it, and so, you know, and I do that. I don't have a problem with doing that. You know, but I would just say, give me the grace to, you know, celebrate how I would like to. And yeah, so I just got up here to talk about that for a bit, and I'm interested in seeing how far the conversation goes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, and thank you, Mr. Bryant, for sharing. As always, man, we definitely are honored for you to be up here with us. You know, I gotta give a shout out to my people that just checked in. Okay, salute to the homie Rush. What up, baby? You know what I'm saying? Come up if you want to come up, man. We here. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, shout out to BK Apologist. All right, BK Apologist made a statement. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I got it. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Definitely subscribe to BK Apologist and the Rush as well, the Libudo Network, okay? You know, BK said there's no primary evidence of a pagan origin of Xmas. BK, if you would like to come up and tell us why, we would love to hear why. You know what I mean? So, Mr. Braska, he said there's no evidence. Mr. Braska, there ain't no evidence. All right, there ain't no evidence what you be saying. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, Mr. Braska, do you have evidence? What's the evidence? Girl, let me hear it. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Listen, I'm not here to debate. You know, I just encourage everybody to do their own research on the origins of Christmas, on the origins of Saint Nick, whatever that fat white man that we call Santa Claus.
Dang, fat white
Saint
man?
Nick. The Santa Claus, yeah.
I encourage people to do their research on the origins of the Easter Bunny and the egg and all of that. I encourage people to do their own research on Thanksgiving and how Thanksgiving was the story that we were told in public schools here in America. I encourage people to do their own research. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. It is what it is. You know, everybody has their own opinions. Everybody has their own, whatever they do, what they do, the reason why they do it, and peace and blessings to everybody.
Right, exactly. And you know what? And when you think historically, like my sister just brought up, when you talk about the historical aspect of things, you know, we as Black people learned how to take the lemons, you know, that we were given and turn them into lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Even when we had to eat the low end of the hog, you know, which I don't partake in some parts of it, like chitterlings and all that. I don't do that. But I'm just saying, we have the resilience of bouncing back to the point to where whatever you throw at us, we can take it and make it beneficial for us. You see what I'm saying? And although you presented it in a paganistic way, although you presented it in such a manner, we can take the same concept and turn it and twist it around to be something else that is meaningful for us. So when I talk about Thanksgiving, I'm not talking about the Pilgrims and Plymouth Rock and all of that, you know, all of that, you know, things that happened during that time. No, when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of it as a time for me and my family to get together. You see what I'm saying? When we can call Uncle Earl over, who we haven't seen in years, and we can all sit down at the table and give thanks to God. You know, I know sometimes things start out a certain way, but like I said, we as a people, as a culture, we have learned how to take it and make it beneficial and meaningful. You know, and even when we're talking about the you know, Christmas, you know, and it's really not the actual day that Jesus Christ was born. Well, we all know that. You know what I'm saying? But just the point that a
lot of them don't.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I teach this in my home, but just the fact that we are setting aside a time to recognize the birth, you know, of our Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I know the gifts and the presents, sometimes we go a little, we go a little overboard with that because, you know, we become quite commercial as people, and you know what I'm saying? And come on, you know, we're all human, you know what I'm saying? But that's not, you know, I teach my son that that's not the reason for the season. You see what I'm saying? We're to acknowledge Christ, and we're to acknowledge each other as a family. So it's like acknowledging Christ, and also at the same time acknowledging each other and sharing and showing each other through gifts how much we love each other. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a beautiful time to me. And you know, I grew up in churches where, you know, we couldn't celebrate these things, and they were very strict, and you know, and all of these things. But I don't see anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I totally don't see anything wrong with it. So for those of you who are enjoying this time of year, you know what I'm saying? I would love to hear your stories as to, you know, what your plans are, what, you know, what's on your menu. You see what I'm saying? You know, who's coming from out of town? You know, how excited are you about the season? You see what I'm saying? And like I said, we also need to address the fact that, you know, this particular season is definitely a time, you know, where the self-deletion rate possibly goes up because people feel alone. people know that other people are celebrating. So let's not take that for granted. You see what I'm saying? You know, well, let's be mindful of those people and keep them in our prayers. Even though we're celebrating, let's keep other people that are less fortunate than we are in our prayers. You see what I'm saying? And even during this season, possibly, maybe like my brother is talking about, brother 84, let's give back. See what I'm saying? Let's pay it forward. Let's help someone. You see what I'm saying? Throughout this season, you know? So that, you know, I didn't mean to be overbearing, but I just wanted to share that. But I appreciate your stance, my sister.
No, you're not overbearing at all. You know, you gave your stance, and I respect it. I appreciate it, and I think, you know, here in America, Black families, you know, we used to get together every Sunday. We didn't wait till one day out of the year to you know, meet and greet with our family members. You know, we used to meet at Big Mama house every Sunday for dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And, you know, that stopped at some point. Why? I don't know. Maybe the Big Mama died off and nobody, you know, wanted to keep the tradition going. But we had our own, you know, thing going in our culture here in America. And we didn't wait. We didn't have to wait one day out of the year to show love, to spend time with family, to see families. You know, we need to get back to that, in my opinion.
And you know what? I so appreciate you bringing that aspect up, because, you know, the season is what it is. But at the same time, come on, it's a year-round thing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not just we wait for a whole year to get together. It's not that we should wait for a whole year to show love. It's not that we should wait for a whole year to be grateful and to be thankful. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with you in that aspect, you know. And Big Mama, she has a demise, you know, and new generations have arisen. And so we don't have the Sunday dinners as we used to traditionally. You know what I'm saying? And it is sad, because a lot of us don't even get together until this season. You know what I'm saying? We miss each other all year round until it comes around to the seasonal holidays, which we call Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, you know, New Year's Eve. You know, I don't know how many of you are making some black eyed peas, but I know my wife will be. So I'm just saying.
Miss Polly, is that you?
Yeah, that's me. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay today. Interesting enough, I suppose. How about yourself?
I'm Gucci.
She said she was Gucci.
Yeah, that was a lot. I took that in.
I grabbed onto that, you know.
Absolutely, I did. Oh man, I kind of had a bad experience for just a second. I thought I was taking it in. I'm sorry, I was taking it in as I'm Miss Nebraska. Oh, sir, I don't know your name, but I had an incident that occurred, a little embarrassing incident that occurred. To me, it's embarrassing, but yeah, dude. I'm sorry, I'm just taking it. It was a lot, Miss Nebraska. It was a lot.
Was I too much, or what are you?
No, okay, I'm gonna tell you, because I'm looking at it. So it's like, well, you know, I'm trying to multitask and deal with it at the same time. So I know you guys talk about holiday stuff, so I don't know.
Can you hear me, family? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me do some housekeeping for Miss Polly shares. So, gotta give a shout out to Horse Time with Miss McKinney. Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Also, gotta give a shout out to Daryl Long, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Now hold on, I gotta give Miss Polly a right introduction. Miss Polly, I'm gonna put you in the back real quick. Hold on, I gotta give you an introduction. Look, y'all, all right? Gotta bring up somebody who's very transparent about everything, you know, and we love her transparency, we love her honesty, okay? You know what I'm saying? And she definitely is willing to share any and everything about literally anything. And so nice too, man. I'm telling y'all. Anything you ask Miss Polly to do, she's definitely down to do, man, when it comes to business. I definitely have to say. You know what I mean? So let me let her up. Let me let up Miss Polly. You know what I mean? Also, I gotta give a shout out to OG Patrice. OG Patrice, what's going on? Miss Polly, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Polly? What's going on with you?
I'm okay for now. Just you know, it's been one of those months, I suppose.
Yeah. We definitely understand.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully by the end of the show we can lift you.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me tell y'all something. I know I'm poly, and I usually don't comment to other poly people or not non-poly people, I should say, about things, but maybe it'll make me feel better. So let's do it. Is that okay with y'all? Y'all feel okay with that?
Well, I'm here for the conversation.
It's a free space.
Okay.
Yeah, we here.
So I had so I've been talking to this gentleman. I brought it up to the soapbox before. So I usually don't talk about anybody I possibly have potential to date when I'm in the process of talking to them, because you know things go weird or whatever, and you know you don't know what happened. You don't want to be rude or nothing like that. So, but I was talking to this gentleman like maybe in I don't know, August time, and it was kind of towards the fact that okay, I was interested in dating people, so it was open, and I kind of told him about the polyandry stuff, and he was like, "Hey, like that's cool, but I don't think I really would like to do that." And I said, "Okay, that's cool." And we're just, I'm like, we'll just be friends. We kind of conversation kind of died off a little bit, which is fine. And but like I started doing like a little bit cosplay and stuff, and I usually don't post my stuff on Facebook, but I do occasionally. And he saw some of those photos or whatever. He's like, I know you're really into some of the things I'm into. I'm interested still, even though I'm kind of trying to fight it or whatever. I was like, okay. So I was like, he's like, well, I said, if you want to get to know me, that's cool. I said, you sure? If you want to get to know me, that's fine. We could just take it slow, you get to know me, and we'd be cool. That's cool. So that's nice, right? No issue. And we've been hanging out, and he had someone pass like recently in his family within like a couple weeks, and I did too. So like we were kind of cool and talking and stuff. And I don't know. When my partners had a moment, he had a moment. They have moments sometimes. He had a moment, and he reached out to the gentleman, and he was I don't know what he was doing. He did, and I don't know. I think he scared him off. And I mean, it didn't scare him off. I think it was, the comment wasn't very nice. It wasn't anything towards him necessarily, but it was just kind of like, "Are y'all talking? Like, if y'all gonna talk, like, what does that mean?" Like, he's like instead of coming to me, he's never done that. Like, to the person, he'll come to me and ask me things. He just went so right. He never did that before, ever. And so I was like, oh wow. So the gentleman, my partner did talk to my partner. He did end up apologizing to the gentleman for obviously, just being wrong or whatever. And I told the guy, I was like, yeah, that wasn't cool. Like, that's not how we normally do stuff, but it happened. So, you have to address it. So, yeah. And so I let some days go by, and I reached out to him and just said, hey, I don't know if that, I kind of basically was trying to see him like, hey, like if that scared you off, because he mentioned something to you about it or wanted to know some more information, that is something that they like they, you know, that at some point they're going to want to know things about you, but the way it came off, it shouldn't have been done that way. So, I don't know. It was kind of a weird space. So I'm like in a weird space, like, oh snap. But the guy was pretty cool. I mean, we had a lot of interest in common. I don't know if he was really my type yet. That's why I said I wasn't really like invested or anything. I was getting to know him and I was seeing things about him that were okay. But I don't know. It just made me feel like, freak. That kind of sucks to have. You know, it just kind of feels like it sucks that I didn't get the opportunity to get to know him more. But you know, that can scare someone off who's monogamous, transitioning, or trying to talk to someone. Yeah, so yeah, but I've never had my partner ever do that before, ever. So it just kind of, I was like, but he's going through some stuff too. He found out some bad news himself about his own health. And it's like I said, it was just bad timing. Like he found out he has a cancerous mass, and I think like that he just got triggered. Yeah, he just got triggered and everything is going bad. And so he just got triggered, had a bad moment, and yeah, so it just, I think he just had a bad moment, and you know, it just kind of was kind of weird. So a weird space to be in. Yeah, I don't know.
I hear you, Miss Polly. I hear you. And definitely, we'll definitely gonna hear out what you have to say. And we definitely gonna give some feedback as well. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sharing as always. We appreciate you. You already know that, family. You know what I mean? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Can anybody hear me? Okay. All right. So I want to give a shout out also to Harris Tribe Media Group. Harris Tribe Media Group, what's going on? Mr. He said, Mr. She said, what's going on? Also, salute to our sister, Lady Sophia, aka Phoenix. Salute to you, sister. Good to see you. Much love to you, sister. Love you. You already know. You know what I mean? I also see somebody just Bolo TV. Bolo, what's going on, man? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me get Bolo an introduction. Hold on. Bolo, I gotta give you an introduction. Hold on. Gotta bring up, man, another brother that I truly admire, truly look up to, man. He's wonderful. He's great. You know what I'm saying? And Mr. Bryant got something cooking up for y'all. And very, very soon. That's all I'm gonna say. All right? Gotta bring in the homie, Bolo TV. Bolo, what's going on, man?
I'm chilling, brother. How you doing, sisters?
Hello.
Big Vaughn, what's the deal, yo?
Hey, my brother. Good to see you.
Good to be seen. Good to be seen.
Yes, sir. Always. Always.
How you guys doing this beautiful evening?
We're okay.
Chilling, man.
That's good. That's good to hear, man. Heard y'all was cooking.
So Miss Polly she just shared something about something she's going through as far as her relationship. Anybody want to give any feedback? Anybody got any insight? Anybody?
I got the tail end of it. So I think the last part I heard is that she said something about him being triggered.
Yeah. No, a lot of bad things been happening this last week. We just got hit by like a lot of losses and just bad news. And I think that just kind of triggered one of my partners just to do something out of the norm that he has never done. And so that's why I was like, you know, I guess for me, it's not even about the fact that he did that, because, you know, that doesn't really bother me. People do things when they're upset. That's, you know, that's here nor there. But I guess I feel bad for the person on the other end who is trying to get to know me. And
wow,
you know what I'm saying? They didn't get an opportunity to do such because of that. So yeah, I just feel bad that, you know, their experience with this was it just was bad timing. So yeah, it just kind of.
So a dude was trying to push up on you, and some things happened, and it affected him from getting to know you better. Oh
no, I'm Polly. So I was talking to this gentleman.
Okay.
He asked to get to know me a little bit more.
Okay.
Like he was pursuing me a lot heavier. Like he kept saying like, I really want to spend time with you and things like that. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, we could do that. You know, I don't know if I want to date you. I don't know enough about you to say I would like to date you. But, you know, we can get to know each other, spend more time with each other. I'm cool with that. And he made himself available to do such. But during this course, like, you know, like last week or so, we've just been hearing really bad things. And like I had 2 deaths in family. I had
My condolences.
Huh?
My
Sorry for your loss.
Oh yes, thank you so much.
Sorry for your loss, Miss Polly.
Yeah, thank you guys. And then he found out, my partner himself, he found out he has a cancerous mass, and he's just been really struggling with it. So I know that because most people who are not poly, it's kind of like when your partner's in a place, I'm there for him and everything, but it's still, it's like compartmentalizing. Like I can't just ignore everyone else like they don't exist. So I can't, if that makes any sense. So it's like, I understand we have something going on, and people give me space for that.
But let me ask you this: how does that affect the relationship overall? That he's going through something, but you can't totally focus, totally on him because you got other situations going on.
But I wouldn't say it's not totally focusing on my partner. That's like saying your partner gets sick and you can't go to work. You can go to work. You can function. That's not saying I can't give you all of me, because I actually was doing that. So that's really was not the issue. I think he just was having a tough time, and it was just, he just had a moment. I mean, you can't fault someone for feeling some way.
What did he feel a way about?
The incident, I guess, what hurt is like, I guess he just wanted to know more about, he wanted to know the gentleman's intention. That's basically what it was. And I don't know what made him want to know that, but that's what he wanted to know.
Salute the House of Ash. Salute.
He wanted to know what the man's intention was, or was he just trying to, my partners are really protective. I'll be honest. They really are. Even when and that's fine. So if he's like, well, why are you interested in her? I mean, that's a question I guess a guy could ask another man. I don't know, but I guess he wanted to know more about the situation. It wasn't a long conversation. It was just that was it. Like, and that's legit. But I don't.
So let me ask you this, if I could. Can I ask you a question? Yeah,
absolutely.
So with this poly and that you're speaking of, and it sounds like what you're saying is that one of your partners, as you say, was experiencing some type of jealousy. Would you call it that?
Yeah, my partners are not poly. They're basically they're monogamous, dating a poly person. So yeah.
Wow. Now, did you share that with them up front, and they just still decide to say, "Well, okay, I'll go for it"?
Yeah, that's basically what
interesting.
happened.
Interesting.
But I do date monogamous a lot. That's why I said the other gentleman I was talking to, he was monogamous too. So for it to be, it just like you want to have a good experience the first time. So I'm all about having the experience being positive. And I feel like that was just like a really bad experience that was given to someone. And it's just unfortunate. But
well, listen, I would suggest that you be very, very quite careful, because when you're dealing with different types of jealousies,
right,
you never know the extent that they're willing to go to, to express themselves. And even though I know you say, well, I know all of these partners, that I have, and they wouldn't do this, that, or the other. But see, you never know what's inside of a person's mind. So I would suggest, my sister, please, you're tapping into a thing that could be very crucial when it comes to emotional things. And you see what I'm saying? Relationship things.
I will say, I can understand if this was a different situation. Like I said, it was like a lot of monogamous women who do this, who try to do this polyandry, and they're not aware of all those things.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I do see those issues, because you definitely, there's certain things you can't do, especially with men. So
and let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. And I'm quite ignorant to that particular lifestyle, because I don't, live that type of way. So if I have some questions, it's not because I'm trying to be offensive or rude or anything. It's just because I'm trying to gain an understanding. Is that all right?
Oh, always.
Okay. So, because, in order for me to give an answer, I need to understand some things first. And a lot of times people just jump off they just jump off on people when they really don't have an understanding of a thing, So, now my question is, what was it that made you desire to have multiple partners? I didn't know the conversation was going this way, but
Hey, for the holidays, we're talking about everything now. We're talking about everything.
I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't really have a question. I was just sharing something that was happening.
Yeah.
But I was just sharing something.
I won't get too deep into it. I won't get too deep.
Yeah, no.
Just,
it doesn't matter. I'm very open, like SoapBox said. I don't mind. But if there's nothing that triggered me or anything. I've just always been this way. I know that I have the ability to love more than one person. It's not something that I have to try to do. I can do it. It's not like I have to do it. I can be monogamous. I have been. I've been in a long-term relationship for 15 years, and I was with no one else but one person. So I can do it. It's not really a problem. I don't have an issue with it, but I know I have the ability to love more than one person. And really the only thing that stops me from doing it is that the other person doesn't want me to.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I would have to go back to what I said prior, and I'm not going to pry into your life or anything like that, but I appreciate your transparency. But I just do want to reiterate the fact that just be very, very careful, because this jealous spirit, man, let me tell you, lives have been taken, behind jealousy, and people have been set up, just behind a jealous spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've been in it long enough to know the ins and outs of it. And I'm sure that, that you feel that you've been successful at it. But I just come as a brother, to just share with you to be very careful, because these are signs that you're seeing right now that are causing you to question this other person. Well, why would he? I never thought he would respond this type of way because I was speaking to someone else.
No, I think he would. This is what I said.
Okay.
No,
okay.
No. I understand jealousy. There are some people who can't contain themselves and they have triggers and they get carried away. And I've even been with someone who I saw his triggers when it was that, and I no longer will be with you. So I am that person who'll be like, hey, listen, it ain't gonna work. Goodbye.
Listen,
because
it's
that
a
does happen sometimes.
Yeah. And I hear you, but I just want you to listen. It's a very dangerous lifestyle. I
don't think it's dangerous lifestyle because there's people who are monogamous and they be fucking their friends, cousins in their house. And
come on, but that's not monogamous.
No, but that's very, very true. So
that's not monogamous, right?
No, I will say this: it is no more dangerous than being monogamous. Probably no more.
And listen, I agree with you because you have situations where it's a one-on-one.
Absolutely.
Listen,
jealousy
I agree.
Is an issue, a mental problem that you have with yourself. And if you have a person in your life who can't control their jealousies, because you can just be a normal person without a mental illness and I'm jealous because I don't understand this connection. I don't understand why that person at work hangs out with you so much or why they like you. There's people who.
But here's the thing that makes it a little more difficult. Here's the thing that makes it a little more difficult than dealing with one person. See, now you're dealing with multiple personalities. And wow, that's got to be a challenge. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I'm not trying to.
I don't feel that way. No, I don't feel that way.
That's not my aim for the, asking you these questions.
Yeah, no. No. I don't feel that way. If you feel that from me, there might be just.
No, I don't feel that from you at all either. I don't.
I do think though, like you said, that's why I even say I don't think it's for everybody. There are certain people that you do have to look out for who are jealous. There are people that I know I can't date because when I get with them that I can see they can't handle little things. And when I was monogamous, I wouldn't date someone who couldn't be okay with certain things because those things I trigger them. I'm a trigger myself. My whole being triggers them. The fact that I enjoy talking to different people, enjoy being around, especially the opposite sex. I don't mind doing certain things. I'm around those people. That's going to trigger you. So you have no business with me. regardless of how much you like me, I'm a trigger for you every day. And that's not something I want to do.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. And hopefully this is not too personal. And if anything that I ask you is too personal, please, by all means, just say, well, hey, I'm not willing to answer that or whatever. And I'm not really trying to pry. I'm just basically trying to, get an understanding, because this is really like the first time I'm having this conversation with somebody. So if you could understand that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to come from a standpoint of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So my question to you next is, do you have any children?
Yeah, I do.
And these partners, do you have children by these different partners?
No.
No?
Well, no.
Are you with the father of your child?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I was at one time, but not right now. No.
Okay, now this is my last question, and I'm gonna let everybody else talk because I feel like at this point I'm prying. I don't want to be a prior.
Oh, well, I think everybody else knows. That's why.
Oh, okay. So, and this is my very last question. So in relationship to your child, how do you have these multiple partners, and is your child a part of that, or do you keep them away from that aspect of your life? How does that part work?
Yeah, no, that's no. I have just like, I guess, in a monogamous relationship, like if someone's gonna be a long-term person I'm with, that's obviously someone to interact with my children. If it's someone I was dating, or I'm not sure if they're going to be a long-term partner, or I'm just meeting them, get to know them. Just like, I guess, if a regular person was dating, you don't really bring someone in and out your house or in and out around your children. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that's wrong if some people do it, because some people do it. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what they choose to do. I don't do that. I don't like that. I don't want my kids to feel like they're not being valued as people, because they make relationships with those people too. So yeah, my children are aware, and they interact with my partners, the ones that are my long-term partners, of course. But other than that, no, that's like,
So do you have a daughter or a son?
I have both.
Oh, both. Oh, you have a couple of kids. Okay. Well, thank you for answering the questions. I digress. I really didn't plan to have that conversation, but believe me, I've gained a lot of insight as to how other people live and how they're moving and how they're, functioning. So thank you very much. And like I said, I digress, and whoever else wants to continue.
Sure.
Man, Mr. Bryant, how you gonna interrogate Miss Polly like that? No, I'm joking. I'm only joking. Gotta give a shout out.
Don't make me feel bad, brother.
Gotta give a shout out to House of Ash. Said, hey fam, what's going on? Also, I forgot to shout this person out, and I'm truly sorry. She's definitely family. Salute to Marion. K Marion, what's going on, family? Good to see you up in here. Also, salute, and she says, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everybody, and all that good stuff, Also, salute to my twin, Quantum love, what up? What's going on, Quantum? Quantum about to bring the heat up in here. But yeah, I think Mr. Nebraska had to jump off for a second, and he should be back on. Bolo, what's going on, man? You got any holiday stories for us, man? Any good words? If you want to share scripture, whatever you want to share, man. It's holiday healing time, man. Whatever you want to share. If you want to ask Miss Polly a question, you want to ask me a question, whatever you want to do. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for asking. Hope everyone else is good. Now, the only thing I would say, I'm not really too caught up on Christmas or New Year's, but there's a lot of people that do, and that is rather. And, this day, second half of the year isn't good for me, and you have a lot of people that are lonely, a lot of people that are by themselves. So just reach out to those people that you haven't reached out to in a long time, and just let them know that you're thinking of them, you love them, they're not alone, they're on your mind. Keep them in your prayer, and check in on them. I think that's what we're lacking in today's world, empathy and sympathy one towards another. And I think everything else will kind of roll into where they need to be if we had that love towards one another. And being that we don't know if someone is sick, if someone is going through something, because we don't have that intimate relationship with them, right? I don't know, Miss Polly, that, that personal to know if she's, if she's off kilter today, to holler at her behind the scenes and say, yo, you good? So we got to start forming these relationships with each other so that, we can start checking up on each other and being there for one another. So that's it. That's all I got. So, I just came up here to show you some love. I'm a Dipset.
Man, thank you, Bolo, man. Appreciate you, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bolo TV, all right? We got some great content, y'all. You know what I mean? Definitely. Like and subscribe to him, man. He got some bomb stuff for y'all, man. All right. I was on the show last Friday. I ain't want to go.
You did your thing.
He made us go to sleep. So yeah, we didn't want to get off. We did not want to go on the show. For real.
I think I was on that. I think I was there too.
You was there? Yeah.
I was there.
Yes.
I was trying to keep my eyes open, man.
That's the longest I've seen 84 on the channel for, boy. Usually he dips in and he dips out. That's the longest. And Vaughn, you rocked out. I didn't know you had it in you, but you rocked out.
Wow. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
How's the wife doing, Vaughn? How's the wife doing?
She's doing good, man. She's over there studying, and I'm on here with you all.
Nice.
Yeah. We're doing good,
Okay,
Got a little Christmas atmosphere going on in the living room section, and we're just enjoying life.
Okay. Hey, listen,
Yes,
man.
Bolo, I can't let you go, Bolo, without mentioning this, Bolo. I can't let you go. You know what I mean? I spoke to Bro Clarence. He said he don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? He said, who? He said he didn't know who you was. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, this is
Oh yeah, he was being a little shady.
Man.
Yeah, I remember
Man,
that.
shout out to Bro Clarence, too.
He was being shady on that.
84.
Yeah, that was a little bit of shady. Yeah.
Your man, brother Clarence hates so bad. I'll be streaming, brother, and he'll wait for me to get on a roll, and he'll text me and say, "How you doing?"
Yeah, he
Right
tried to
in
throw
the
you
middle,
off.
throw me off. And I respond to him. We have conversations. I respond. So sometimes if you hear me get quiet, that's me responding to him. Or if you hear me just laughing, he might say something. So my thing to get back at him is I wake him up early in the morning. So
see, tit for tat. But you know what's so funny about it is when between you two, it's like that sibling rivalry. But it's not bad though, but it is so hilarious, and listen, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
What are they going to come up with next?
He's supposed to be working on a part 2 of the battle.
Oh, okay.
And I told him whatever he wants to do, we do. It's on him. But I'm a Dipset, guys. Miss Polly, looking forward to having many more conversations with you. Guys, have a blessed night. Stay blessed, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bolo. Thank you.
No problem, baby.
See you tomorrow, man.
Gotta give a shout out to, another one of my sisters that chimed in, Melanie Lux. You know what I mean? What's going on, sister? Good to see you. You know what I mean? Salute to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to speak to what Miss Polly was talking about, Miss Polly, I would say, even though, with me, I don't judge at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you do, you do. But I will say, Mr. Bryant does have a point. You do have to be very careful. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the situation, because it can spin out of control. You know what I mean? We done seen the movies like Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and all the other movies back in the days. What was the other one? With a lady killed the little rabbit and all that, Fatal Attraction. We done seen all this. All right?
Oh God!
These movies.
Oh yeah, it gets deep in these streets. It gets deep in these streets.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to devalue it because I'm not. Okay, listen. I might be, like I said, sometimes I get a little sensitive when people talk about poly versus monogamy, because and especially in my particular, like I said, when it's usually other kind of poly relationships, people don't like get on them as bad. But for me, I feel like I get the heat. Well, it is true. I get the heat the most. Most polyandry women get the heat the most. And I get it. But in the same breath, I will be more, I won't even say I'm not even offended. I'll get more defensive because I'll say, okay, I don't really see the difference, but I there are differences, but I'll say when it comes to like stuff like when people bring up those big things like jealousy and cheating, all those things like that, I guess I get triggered because I see it as the same things that can happen in both, and not saying that, I won't even say one's more than the other, but I'll say that it allows a space for people to be honest and more upfront and clear about what their intentions are and what they're doing, rather than hiding it and getting caught. It's just sometimes it's the betrayal that most people get so offended by, is the betrayal and the fact that someone is betraying them, and it's like this deceit. But if you're very aware, it may be a different atmosphere.
What's going on? We got some noises.
Oh, soapbox. But I think what happens over here is because, like, even though, like I said, my own community, just being polyandry is kind of blah blah. Like but then on top of that, I date monogamous. Most people in poly like life only date other people who are poly, and I don't. I am really open to both, and the fact that I have partners that are not poly starting, I know that I'll have those things that come up. So I mean, I'm not unaware of it. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I guess for me that, yeah, I'm not surprised by his action. I'm not surprised that, he was a little nervous about it. I'm not surprised by that. That didn't surprise me. I guess it was just, I guess I was just like, oh, okay, what happened? But that's all. I guess it was just like, oh, okay, you're a little bit more nervous, then okay, I don't know.
Miss Polly, I got a question. For you, Miss Polly.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing everything about relationships and the things that you've been through in relationships, this is a question that I just thought of just now. Okay. Do you have the capability, or have you ever had the capability to fall in love with someone? You know what I'm saying? Is that even something that's even in your realm? Or you say, I'm never going down that road? Like, what is your stance on that? And shout out to It's Party Line. What's going on, It's Party Line? You know what I mean? Shout out to you.
So let me ask this, just to be clear. In your mind, do you think that people who are poly don't love each other?
No. I'm saying, do you have the capability to fall in love?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that the same thing as what I just said? There's
a difference. You could love somebody, but I think to me, and it's just my thought.
Yeah.
I think that you can only fall in love with one person at a time. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, but
you're right. At a time.
Okay.
But you can fall in person at a different time. You still fall in love with them. That's like people who get married, say they're in love, and then their husband dies, and then they find another man, they fall in love. You only love one person, and that defeats that purpose right there. But if you're saying it's a time thing, I didn't say I fell in love with my partners at the same time. I fell in love with them separately, and actually I was very, very clear. Even with these two right here, these particular two. The first one, I was in love with this man very, very quickly, I will say. Another partner, when he came along, I was like, I really like him. I enjoy his time. And he was like, I'm in love with you. When it came to a certain point, he was like, I'm in love with you. And when he said it, I was like, okay. I was like, that's really awesome. I'm glad you got there. I'm not there yet. And I said that to him. And I was like, it's not saying I won't ever be there, but I'm not there now. And I was very clear with that. So he told me, and then I just expressed how I felt. And then later on, I fell in love with him. I didn't fall in love with him as fast as he fell in love with me. It just didn't happen. So.
So let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you think that ever be a time that you fall in love with somebody so deep, that you only want to focus on them?
I mean, I can. I can. Okay. That's why I said I don't think it's. So when you're in love with someone, in my mind, like how I explained it to my partners is like, once you get to love with me, I just love you. I don't really have like a level of love that some people say, oh, I love you a little bit more. No, I did just, if I love you, I love you. If I'm in love with you, I'm in love with you. There is no levels of in love with you. I'm just in love with you. So once you get there, you're just there. And it doesn't mean you're going to fall out of it. You're just not going to like one day say, hey, I found this other guy. He's cool in my mind. And say, hey, I don't love you anymore. I'm going to go here and I'm going to be in love with this person. The transition doesn't take, it's not like I'm taking something from you to give to someone else. That doesn't happen mentally in my mind. It's not happening. It's just that I just love someone else. There's no like transfer of energy. I think that's the hardest thing for someone who is been monogamous and is in that mindset, and who is, when they date me, it is a lot of stress when it comes to, okay, so especially when I add, it's always, so if I'm with someone, like my first partner, the first one, and then the second one, he's less stressed than the first one's like stressing. So then when I try to add a third, the second one stresses the most. It's like it goes further down, because then from what I was told by them personally is that it triggers an insecurity of like, what am I not doing? Am I doing something wrong? Is that why you're looking for something else? And I have to explain that I'm not looking for anything else. I'm not trying to fix you or replace you. I like you the way you are. Enjoy you for you with your flaws. I'm good with that. I don't have any problem with it, and I can stand alone with you. But I just enjoying someone else also. I know maybe that's hard. I think that's really hard for people to understand, but I think that's the best way to explain it for me at this point.
Interesting.
It's like my love for you does not decrease because I meet someone else. And I guess for the men, for me, I've always kind of checked in and see where they are. And I mean, well, the partner we're talking about, he says, he's like, you make me feel like I'm the only one a lot of the times. And I said, that's because I don't know why, but I was like, but that's what it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to give it to you. You're supposed to feel like it's, I'm giving my 100%. I should be doing that to everyone. I'm giving everyone 100%. And then wow. They'll say, well, how can you can't do that? I say, why? When I love my children, I don't give you 10% and you 20. I love you. And that's why I said, when you get to love, I just love you. I'm not breaking pieces of my love apart. I'm just loving you. When I'm with you, I'm giving you all the love I have. I'm putting into you. I think of you throughout my day. It's just that now there's just more of one of that happening in my brain. And that's not hard for me. And that's hard for some people. Some people can't do that, but I can. So that's why I say I feel naturally that way, because I've always been that way. But I just remembered every time I would say, oh, I kind of like this person too. And it wouldn't be sexually. And they would say, you can't do that. And I'd be like, why? And the answer was always, you can't do that. And I say, well, what's wrong? If I'm still doing everything I'm doing with you, like there's nothing wrong. You can't even tell. And I'll be honest, that's why I think women can cheat easier, because I have been with someone and they'll say, oh, everything's great. I say, okay, but I'm having like a full whole other relationship over here. You can horrible. If you're not realizing, I'm not trying to say, that's why I'm not taking anything from you. I'm not removing myself. I'm not removing anything. So if you're enjoying me how we are, but the time that I say, hey, there's someone else, you're like, wait a minute. But you didn't notice because I'm still giving you all of me. That's where I think it's kind of weird for me I guess in my mind, where people are like, well, you're not giving me 100%, but you didn't have a problem until I said something to you. Because I never really go in detail because I don't think I think it's separate, but with them individually. But there have been times where like, not right now, not these two, but like I had said, I had dated like, I was dating I've had 8 at once. I wasn't physical with all of them, but I've had 8 relationships at the same time. And I've said, that was a lot. I will say, a lot of people can't do that. It's a very high number. And I say to all of them,
but at that point, I'm sorry if you don't mind to interject.
No, go ahead.
But at that point, 8 partners, you don't somehow feel that that's extreme at some point. I mean, 8 partners.
For the
now a lot of people in these YouTube streets would say, well, hey, she's definitely for them streets. No, I don't know if you know about the YouTube talking.
No, I That's the thing. So not all my
No. I'm not. I'm
yes.
just, you know.
No, I got you. No, not all of them are sexual, and I have heard people say that. And not all these relationships are sexual. And then on top of that, like I said, it's more of the I've had I was talking to 8 people at the same time, and I'm saying that it's like I'm having conversations with them. Some people I hadn't met in person yet. These are still people that I'm getting to know. And if you're going to qualify it as what you guys call talking, I will have to say, yes, I was interacting with them probably on a daily basis, not every other day. Had good conversations. And you said, how do I have time for that? I will say this. I managed it a lot of the times because of the people I was with. So, or people I was talking to. I talked to like a few truck drivers. That cuts your time. Because some people who work a lot, they can't talk all the time. They'll do a text. So these things cut down on a lot of time. Some people don't need a lot of time. They just need some kind of energy. That's why I say I actually attract probably busy men, really busy men, like men who have like quite a hour consuming jobs, like 50 plus an hour. Those are the kind of men that I usually attract because in that sense of I don't mind that it's not a lot of time, and it's not because I have everyone else filling up my time. I don't have that now.
So where do you find time? Where do you find time to focus on yourself? Dealing with all of these different personalities, and different men. How do you find the space and time where you deal with your children, because you did say you have children? Yes. And not only that, but deal with your issues, your own personal issues. Mm-hmm. How do you find time to do that with all of these different partners? Yeah, no, 8's too many. I said I found my max. That was like kind of when I started. I found my max. That was your max. Was too much. I could do it if I had to, but I don't want to do that. I don't like it. Wow, you know what? I couldn't imagine that type of lifestyle for me. And I can just speak for myself. My wife, I couldn't see myself with anyone else but her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's something about my character that makes me want to give her 100% of myself. I think I'm more beneficial giving 100% of myself to one woman than 20% of myself to 5. Does that kind of make sense? Does that kind of make sense to you?
Yeah, and I've heard that because what's so funny?
And so when I look at it from that standpoint, and there's a certain comfort because I don't have any outside distractions. I can focus on the family. And if I have like 5 baby mamas, that's I mean, and we go there. Us men, we've been known to go there, and. I just find that, as for me, I wouldn't think that I would want to live my life that particular way, because I would like to be in my family's life 100% of the time, outside of working, of course, because, you have to go out and work, and provide. But wow, you're living
how
a
do you
very.
See it though? Okay. So with the 8, that was just an example. That's a bad example. I actually don't like talking about it because people who do get over.
Well, no judgment here. Listen, there's no judgment here.
I know you guys, but 8's too many. I even went to 5, and I was like, oh god. So I really live around 3 is like a really comfortable, really nice number for me. I like 3, but I mean, I'm not going to die. I'm not dying. I'm not having to have a number. It's not that, but I know the people I can manage and the type of person I can manage when it comes to being in that relationship. But when you say, what's interesting to me was you were saying time. So, which is so funny. It's so hilarious to me because my partners actually sound like you. They sound like people from the red pill. Like I don't even know. Half the time I'm really confused on, what made them come over here, to be honest. But what is interesting is that a lot of times I notice people equate time with love. And when they start talking about percentages of themselves giving out, which I get your concept because that does make sense. Like I want to make focused on my family, what we love. But what if your family was just bigger? It doesn't mean I'm taking away from the family. Like I'm not constantly going out here and there and there. I'm focused on my family or, things we're concentrated on doing. I have my own goals. I have my own business. I work. I don't mind doing those things. I take, I'm trying to be more, domestic, to my partners who actually like very traditional women. So I'm transitioning that part. That's kind of challenging for me. So I'm still focused on my family. My family's just bigger, I suppose. No one, like, we're not just running around all crazy. I guess it looks more unified as a whole family than I guess the idea of it.
In regards to just safety measures. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with all of these different men, and of course, since everything is open, it has to be open to the point to where they're venturing off and doing other things as well.
Oh no!
You see what I'm saying?
They're not. That's what I'm saying. No, we're not. Oh wow! No, we're not doing that.
Okay, so is that what they're telling you that they're not doing?
No, that's not what we're doing. We're absolutely not.
I don't know. It's just kind of strange for a man to agree with his woman sleeping and being with other men. I don't know. That whole concept is just kind of aloof to me.
So
you know what I'm saying? It seems like it goes against the principle of, how it should be.
Well, we had to fix some of those things because, like, you're right. I'm not into large numbers of partners the way I poly. I don't like it. I'm not down with it. I don't like, if I say I'm talking to someone or I'm going to go on a date with them, or if I'm getting to know someone, I'm not having sex with them. I'm not. So
you limit it to the sexual aspect of it. You're saying you limit that to one individual?
No, I'm just saying those people
that could be multiple
dating,
individuals.
No. So with
the space and the time.
In my personal pod, like I said, everybody's different. This is mine. Mine personally, we've agreed that unless someone's being added to our pod, I'm not having sexual relations with them. That's not something you do. And if I was to try to add someone, obviously there's sexual precautions that we take. Obviously, you're getting tested, real tests, not just saying I'm tested. Going getting papers, getting real stuff. There's a process to all this. So there's stuff that's already laid out that if someone was going to come into this relationship, there would be a process. So I will say, trying to be with someone who's polyandry, or at least, it's a lot more. You have to actually want to be here to do it. Because I'm gonna be honest, most guys who really in for the bullshit, they ain't gonna put up with all this, and it's a lot.
No, I know I definitely wouldn't, because I can't. That's
what I'm saying.
I cannot perceive.
You would fall off. But if you're serious and you want to be with me and you enjoy me as a person, like I said, not everyone. You just don't come to say, "Hey," I've had men come to me and say, "I just want to be with you because I want to try poly," and I'm like, "I don't know you, and we don't match." That doesn't.
Well, listen. And like I said earlier, my aim for having this conversation with you is for me to gain some type of understanding, so that I can understand where people are coming from. So it helps me give an answer, for the situation at a later time. Right now I'm kind of ignorant to this concept that you're sharing with me. And, although I have opinions concerning it, I still want to take time to listen to hear where you're coming from. Now, listen, by all means, I would be remiss, my sister, if I wouldn't tell you that I believe that you're playing with fire now. And you need to be absolutely careful with that particular lifestyle. Well, because so let me share with you why I believe that you're playing with fire.
Okay.
Because when people become sexually involved and entangled, there is a spirit behind it. It's almost like a bond. It's almost like you're married to each other's flesh. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, some people take that one way and some people take it another. Some people know how to get entangled and untangle themselves and walk off to the left or the right. Some people become more inclined to get more personal. You see what I'm saying? Get more personally involved.
Like obsessed?
Exactly.
Oh, well, that's a disease of your mind.
What I'm trying to share with you is that this particular lifestyle, you have to be careful because people can become obsessed with you, and to the point of jealousy. And you've expressed that earlier, that I didn't understand why this one
jealousy
individual
happens. Your wife, let's just not for you, like don't take it like let's just give another person. John's wife could be
you can
jealous
use me as an example.
Okay, yeah, like if you went out, okay, I'm not saying this is your wife person. She could get jealous that another woman is showing you attention. Jealousy doesn't mean just because I'm talking to someone else. If you have a spirit of jealousy because you struggle, and I'm gonna be honest, there's a whole thing I think about jealousy. It's a lot to do with insecurities of yourself. Because when you feel very secure with yourself, you don't have to question if the person you're with wants to be with you.
So what are you going to do with that individual?
Be with you.
Okay. So what are you going to do with that gentleman, if he's a gentleman, that gets with you and he's so infatuated, and all he can see is you, even though he in the beginning agrees to, accept the particular lifestyle that you're living, but somehow he becomes so attached to where he becomes uncomfortable with that. And because of that he's uncomfortable, now you may tell him, well, you know what? Hey, I told you what it was about in the beginning, and perhaps we should not have any dealings. Well, now he has a problem with that because, men can be quite possessive. Do you see what I'm saying? So, but listen, I'm only giving this to you as an admonishment for you to be very careful and keep your eyes open, because it's a very dangerous lifestyle. And that's just my opinion, but it's like you're playing. It's like you're playing with fire, and you definitely know what happens when you continue to do that.
I guess that's
you get burned. Burned. Not only that, but wait, hold on, and just let me finish this very quickly.
Sure.
Not only that, but then the lives of your children weigh in the balance. You have 2 children, a son and a daughter, right? And they have to be more important to you than the relationships with these extra relationships that you're having with these different men. And see, sometimes those men can use your children. I'm just saying, it's I get what
you're saying, Vaughn. These are
I'm not trying to force you into changing your lifestyle.
No,
because apparently you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. I just don't.
But as a person that has compassion and love for people, I just want to share that with you, to be very careful, because it's a dangerous road that you're going down.
Right. I'm very careful with who I pick as partners. If I believe that someone was not in a mental place to deal with me, I would not mess with them. I would not talk to them. Someone who's struggling with something, or it's different, that's a different area than someone.
But now be careful with that. Be careful with that, because you're not a psychiatrist.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? And a lot of us are very good.
That you can see who not psychiatrists. I mean, you can't be blind to just outright. See somebody.
Let me tell you. It is the crazy individuals, the loony bin folks, that are very good at camouflaging.
And that's true, Vaughn. But that happens in monogamy too.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You said, your comment was the lifestyle I'm living. So so when you say that, you're pointing out that poly is dangerous lifestyle, but these same jealousies, these same issues you're saying that people get obsessed with, those happen with monogamous people all the time.
And you're so right.
You hear about the lady getting her neck slit in front of her children because her ex-boyfriend got so upset that she has a new man. But that's not what I'm doing. So
now listen. Now what you just said.
But that happens in both areas. So being monogamous is playing with fire too. You got to put them both in the same cup.
So let me just say this. You made a very good point, that even in a monogamous relationship, he can slit her throat or do something wrong, right?
That can happen.
And see, but you put yourself more in harm's way when the numbers are higher. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's true because of the fact that I am being open and honest with everything that's happening. The ones who you hear the stories about, they're not in the news saying, poly relationship. You hear in the news, monogamous people getting they throat slit. You hear monogamous people being buried in the backyard. You don't hear people saying, they're in a poly relationship and everybody knows about everybody and everybody communicates effectively with each other and they just lost it one day and choked each other out. You don't hear those stories.
So let me ask you a question.
Stories.
Okay, so let me switch the conversation just a bit because I feel like I really don't want to offend you. So
I'm not being offended, but I do
but it's okay to be passionate about,
Yeah, I'm just passionate because I don't want people
and I get it. I don't take offense to that.
Yes. Okay.
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When it comes to your daughter, right? How do you explain this particular lifestyle to her, or is this something that you are going to hide from her, or is it something that you can? I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
With me, I'm not hiding anything. So I guess because it's like I said, I've been kind of like this for a very, very long time. So seeing two partners with me has always been there. It's not actually odd at all to them in any fashion. But
okay, so they've grown accustomed to seeing you live this lifestyle.
It basically, I guess, if you see it as it's weird, or there's nothing weird about it to me. I guess to me, but I've seen if there's going to be people who are caring about each other and putting into your family, and everyone's contributing in love and good positive things, how is that weird?
Well, now listen, it may not be weird to you. You see what I'm saying?
Weird to you?
Well, I think it is. It's contrary to me as to how things should be. And listen, by me saying that to you, that's basically my opinion. I really don't have a judgment for you per se.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
but what I will say, and I have to be honest because you're very honest, in what you're sharing. And so that opens up the door for me to be just as honest. Is that correct? Without being disrespectful or condescending or undermining. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I just feel like it's improper for me to, because see, when a child is at a certain age, they're very vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? And I don't believe that we should.
I guess this is where I have the issue with Vaughn. Because it's how, okay, so when people bring up these topics, it's not just you. And there might be people in this room, because a lot of people don't really say too much, but they're in the comments or whatever. But when it comes to family and all that, when children are in a house for people who love them, put into them and care for them, and they're there and they're present, no matter how many people there are, it could be grandma, uncles, and all that, right? They're getting loved and taken care of by those people.
Okay.
And so why are we saying that's wrong and that looks neglectful or weird? That doesn't look weird.
So if you would allow me to explain just my perception of it, it's because at a child's state, they're very influential. They're easily influenced. They can't make really decisions on their own, so they kind of follow their parental examples. Do you see what I'm saying? And so for me to put something that influences them before they can make their own mind up to choose whatever lifestyle they want to live, I feel that that's unfair as a parent.
But isn't that what monogamy is?
You see what I'm saying? I believe that.
But that's what monogamy is. You're showing your children to be monogamous without giving them options to see other things. So technically speaking,
because now, and I'm going to tell you why that is. I will tell you why that is. It's because that's not the way. Okay,
this is what it is, because there's not. Okay, so let's just get down to numbers in the whole world. It is over 80-something% of the world that is actually poly. They live with multiple wives and husbands all over. America's the only place that has the numbers like this.
Okay, so I get what you're saying.
So in the whole rest of the world, I actually look pretty damn normal.
Well, I get what you're saying, but as for me, okay, and let me speak for myself, because I have a son. He's about to be 18.
Okay.
And I try to set certain examples for him because I wish and hope the best for him, right. As he matures into a young man. I don't want you, son, to be with a woman that's just haphazardly with a lot of men. You need a woman that's going to be faithful to you. So these are the principles and standards and morals.
That though, that's what's getting me. How are you saying that to your child? Listen to me. If you really
no, wait.
You're saying that.
But you have to let me explain.
I want my son to be with someone who's going to care about him and treat him right and respect him and respect his boundaries and you respect theirs. I don't tell my children, oh, hey, listen, if she wants to be reckless, first off, who said I'm being reckless? Who said anyone?
No, I'm not talking about you now. See,
I know that. I know that. But when I say
took my statement and made it something other than what I intended.
Take it back. When I say me, I'm referring to Papa.
And then I didn't get to finish the statement. So.
Okay, and I apologize. Like I said, I
get it. I get it because I'm pretty sure you get a lot of flack from people, behind your lifestyle. And I'm not here to do that. I'm definitely not here to do that. I think the conversation.
Everybody, it's a bad.
Yeah, thing. I think the conversation was very beneficial as far as I'm concerned, concerning me, because it gave me a different awareness or an understanding as to how people come to this fact that they want to live this particular type of lifestyle. Now, I may not agree with your lifestyle, and it's okay for me not to agree. I'm not disrespecting you in any way because I don't agree with that particular lifestyle. Now, what I was saying about my son is this, okay? And I wanted to make that point, if you would just allow me to, just for a second. As a child, and we see these things with the brother that allows his 10-year-old or 11-year-old, to, hey, they feel like they want to be transgendered. At 10 years old, you really don't know a lot. You know what I'm saying? So for me to allow my son to be in that position, and I'm using this as an example, I believe it's unfair to him because, he could possibly change his mind at the age of 18. Kids always go through certain type of phases and fads, and people say, well, it's not a fad. This is how they are. They were born this way. You see what I'm saying? But if that is truly the case, then I don't mind you making that type of decision once you leave from the covering of this parental house and you're an adult. See, I don't allow children to make their own decisions in part, if I could say it that way. I do want him to know to make the decision not to touch the stove if it's hot. There's certain decisions, processes that he has to have. But when it comes down to moral and standards and rules, see what I'm saying, and disciplines of a child growing up in my home, there's really no compromise there. The only compromise is when you become an adult and now you can make a decision. Now, my job as a parent is to give an example. You see what I'm saying? As to what the standards are, and the moral standards that I have. See, that's what I'm teaching my son. So I would not advise him to, get with a woman who has multiple men partners, because that's only going to bring you some type of hurt. Some men just want you to be with them. Now, if you put that up front and say, well, hey, I want to be with you, Johnny, Tim, Gerald, and Harold. Now, if they decide to do that, then that's on them. But there's a consequence. There's a consequence as to getting involved with that type of lifestyle. And I'm sure that if you were to be honest, you've had some consequences. You see what I'm saying? Everything has not been hunky-dory, with the 8 relationships or the 5 relationships. Not only that, but you have multiple personalities to deal with. So, hey, listen, I'm not a perfect person. I don't judge you in any way. I just my main thing to say to you is just to be careful, because that road of multi-partners, even though you're saying you're not having sexual relationship with all 5 men that you're seeing, it still can be quite dangerous.
No, I'm not with 5 partners. No, I'm not with 5 partners. I'm sorry. No, don't say that out loud. They hold on to that forever. No, I do not think they hold on to that forever.
Okay. Maybe
can everybody hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Mr. Bryant, I definitely want you to finish cooking. Because this has been great with you and Miss Polly. This has been phenomenal. I do want to get to the house and ask question.
Thank you, Miss Polly.
welcome on the panel, Vouaghn. I'm gonna get to you in a second, brother. Mute yourself for a second. You got some noise in the background. Thank you. House of Ash has a question from Ms. Polly. She said, so are you having relationships to meet certain needs for yourself, sexual, emotional, entertainment, conversation, etc.? So, Ms. Polly, are you having relationships to meet certain needs for yourself? That's House of Ash question.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've heard that, like, build your own boyfriend out of 92. That sounds ridiculous. No. Then my relationships can stand alone. I think that's what makes it. I guess in this whole thing, that's why I came out and been so transparent, because I want people to know what it actually supposed to look like and not that dumb crap that I see sometimes on YouTube or the BS. And I want to clarify that. And the people who actually do this, a lot of times who are very, very successful at it, they're very quiet and they're very, hidden in the dark about it. I mean, you guys would be surprised at how many people like I come in contact with who actually live this life and they just hide it. I've had people ask me to join their pods and they'll tell me, oh, well, I don't want anyone to know. And I'll be like, well, you just don't talk to me because that's all I do all day. And I'm not going to hide you. I think that's wrong. I want probably people to feel comfortable to come out without being, pointed at or said that they're being a particular way or unsafe or being, reckless all the time, because a lot of us are not. We're just normal people who have more than one partner, and we care about people that we're with, and we live our lives that way. And there's a lot of people who live this way, and they just don't say it's poly, or they are poly, and they just don't want anyone else to know. Like I said, it's really kind of sad to see it, that you have to hide like that and not be your true self because you're scared someone's gonna, tell you that, you belong to hell or something. And it's really just here, because if we move to another country, we'd be accepted because everyone else is doing it. It's just America, really. And it just kind of sucks. And like I said, even a good portion of Europe too, but it just kind of sucks to be in that place and not have anyone speak in a positive form about what it looks like. And I don't even know if I represented that the best way, just because of the fact that I am so like off the meter. Like even in poly world, I'm still like, oh my God, that's crazy. Even in that form of that, I have male partners who are monogamous, who are Black. Like I'm like way over on a whole nother section. Everyone's still surprised. So I'd probably be the last person that people would think that, could do this or whatever. So yeah, it's what it is. But no, I don't look for 20,000 people to take one man. I can stand alone with either of my partners and be fine.
Gotta give a shout out too. Thank you, Miss Polly, for answering that. Gotta give a shout out to the Real Serious B, aka Scully, aka Lola, aka Miss Oshun. Good to see you, sister. Good to see you. Brother Vouaghn, welcome to the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Okay.
Just wanted
Go ahead,
Yes,
brother.
you want. You want to say something?
No, go ahead. You can share. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just came to say hello to you guys and ask what's up, and I'll be here a little bit before I go to sleep.
Okay, now, Brother Vouaghn, this show is entitled Healing for the Holiday, okay? Everybody can
okay. Have a wonderful Christmas then.
Hold on one second, Vouaghn, because I want you to share. I want to ask you a question. Everybody, remember, this show is about us helping those in need. You see the hashtag healing, holiday healing? That is the cash app that you can donate to, okay? For those who are in need, all right? You know what I mean? Some of them are tuning in right now. You know what I mean? One of them being House of Ash. She's definitely somebody that we're trying to donate to help in a time of need, okay? You know what I'm saying? So please, definitely donate to the cash app that you see, hashtag holiday healing. All of those donations will go to those in need. You know what I'm saying? So, Vouaghn, do you believe in the holidays? If you don't believe in the holidays, you got any holiday stories, any good word, anything you want to share, any stories?
Holiday stories?
What do you think of the holidays?
I don't celebrate Christmas. If you want to celebrate Christmas, you need to go to some places in the north of the country. If you want to see really full-on cities with, like you have in the West in your Christmas stuff. But About about the holiday stories. I don't know much about holiday stories. And here we celebrate our victory against the Greeks, and we light each day a candle. That's all.
Okay.
That sounds nice.
That sounds cool. Mr. Bryant, was there something else that you wanted to share as far as the party? Mr. Nebraska, also welcome back, Mr. Nebraska. You've been quiet. Anybody want to share something? Go ahead, y'all. We here.
Oh no, I'm good actually. This was quite informative, insightful to me, the conversation, and I appreciate Miss Polly for being transparent and having a little patience with me.
Oh no, you're fine. Like I said, like sometimes, like I don't know, like I said, it's really hard. It's sometimes it's hard for me to, because I see the views of being monogamous. I see that like I said, in a traditional world, it makes sense. I actually, if you, that's why a lot of times when I come on certain shows or whatever, most of the time I'm going to answer as if I'm in a traditional mindset. I won't answer if I'm on poly, but sometimes I'll switch back and forth, because if I'm in a traditional mindset, a lot of the things that men say or a lot of things that women say in that traditional mind, they are correct if you're living in that lifestyle, and I agree. But if you're not in that lifestyle, you're more modern or whatnot, then I will say that my answer is a little different, because I'm in a different lane at the time, and so it just, sometimes I'll be like real passionate about something because I want other people, because at the end of the day, even if we don't agree, I want you to be able to take the time to be in my shoes and see that, that maybe could be something, but you don't have to agree or follow that. And just like, I guess I feel like when you're kind of saying with the children, because a lot of people bring up children a lot, and I know that's really important to them. There's a lot of reasons why people hide. And I always say, like, I think if it's a positive situation, regardless, if your children are being loved and treated well, and people aren't running in and out of their lives, and they're being, shown the right things and values. My values are no different than I will say a good portion of everyone else. I believe in doing the right thing. I believe in being very honest. I make sure my kids are doing those things. I tell my children, if you're with a man, my sons, treat women right. I actually show my sons a lot of traditional things. When you go on a date with a woman, this is what you do. I will, one thing I say that, because like I said, I have an older son too. He's 17, and I've always said, like, treat someone right. And if anyone asked me, what would it be like if they had more? No one actually has never said anything about being poly or anything like that. It's never been that conversation. But I'll tell them that it's the same job. It's just twice. I just do things twice or together sometimes. Like I said, there was a big portion of me being more, what is that? What the hell? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not very domestic, okay? I like being great. But I have started transitioning a little bit more domestic because my partners I'm with, they're very traditional. They've been with traditional women who are very, very submissive. To me, it's very, very submissive, I think. Like running bath water and some other stuff. That it just seems like a lot for me. But I am transitioning to being more accommodating to certain things. And so I myself have been like, okay, let me cook for both of them. I'll do things like that. But like I said, that's a together thing. Like the only thing my kids will see is me doing something twice. It's nothing different than the morals and things that you would show your children. I guess that's why it just baffles me why people think like, oh, you're a poly, you're doing weird stuff. Like I'm not all over sexualizing myself in the living room with my boyfriend. I'm not making out with him on the couch and rubbing on. I'm not doing all that weird shit. No, I'm just being a normal person. I give two people hugs sometimes in their same room. That's about it. It's nothing like over the top weird. It really isn't. It's just normal interactions. And I think if someone had two wives, they would tell you the same thing.
So, Mr. Nebraska, was there anything you had to say as well? I see what you were about to say something.
I have a question before I leave. I can say it and leave.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Any of you celebrate Kwanzaa?
I do not. Mm-mm.
Okay. In any case, if somebody here celebrate, what?
I said I've never celebrated Kwanzaa.
Okay. In any case, if somebody here celebrate Kwanzaa or that see this, then happy Kwanzaa, and like I said, Merry Christmas and good night. I'm going to sleep.
All right, you have a good
Thank
night.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Good night, Lola. Mr. Nebraska came off mute before the party started sharing, so I don't know if you want to share something.
No. Only thing I have to say is I encourage everybody to not just wait until Thanksgiving and Christmas to give back to the needy. They need stuff all year round. So, I would encourage everybody to reach out to their communities, to those who are in need all year round, and not just wait until Christmas and Thanksgiving.
That's very true. Very true. Do something with your community or something, or
Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
whatever you're around. Wherever your city or
Yeah.
town is, or your location. Participate.
And I would also add, please be mindful of those who are homeless if you're in that vicinity. Like, I noticed it's become popular when people are giving back to the needy or to the homeless, and they take pictures while they're doing it and they post it on social media. I don't think they realize, that that's insensitive to those who, are homeless. They're in a vulnerable point. They may be at the lowest point of their life, and you're, broadcasting it for your gain and likes, but you're not thinking about them. So I would say be mindful of those who you're helping while you're taking pictures and videos and posting on social media.
That's true. Nobody want a picture taken them all the time. I don't really like pictures like that, so yeah, I don't really do the picture thing like that.
But you know how the thing is, on social media. Oh, look at
Mm-hmm.
look at me! I'm giving back to the needy.
Mm-hmm.
Get a picture of this, and it's very insensitive to those who are at their low point. Hello?
Well, I'm here. I guess we.
I'm here too. We're
I guess we fell into a silence, huh? What happened there?
You trying to share? We just.
I was kind of getting into the groove of that music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's kind of hypnotizing, right?
Lord, it is.
And then,
Right.
in my
But-
opinion,
Mhm.
I think America, probably will, maybe in the next 15, 20 years, make polygamy legal. Since they're trying to make everything else legal, I think that probably is coming down the pipe soon too.
Right. I don't really believe in legal marriage anyway. Not like audibly married, people start freaking out. It's just like, I feel like it's a contract of basically saying, oh, let me make sure that when we break up, we have a safety net. That's what I feel like it is.
Well,
Not the idea
now me on the other hand,
I'm
I
just
see it as a
somewhat.
covenant between.
But you can
two
do that
people.
without God sees
Yeah.
you.
Well,
God sees you, and they didn't have.
Hold on, y'all. Stop the tape. Stop the tape, y'all. Salute to Mr. Bryant for the donation. Mr. Bryant, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you, Mr. Bryant. Thank you.
Yes,
you,
sir.
Mr. Bryant.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but no, like I said, I see it as a commitment. Now, I'm not talking about you or the other sister here, and I can appreciate your aspect of how you see it. But as for me, I see it as a covenant. And some people don't need it, and see me, I'm for it. So, I'm just speaking up for that.
Yeah, no, I think a commitment. Oh, yes, I would love a commitment, but I want a real commitment. I don't want a commitment that, so I don't even, I mean, because I get so real, people, they get so, and I don't mean just real. The way I want my life is to be very sincere. I do not want partners with me because I have money, because they need me to, so they can keep living a good life, so they can have these children, they can raise them a certain way, can show everybody on Facebook. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for the long-term connection with that person, and I want to be with him for a long time. So
Me
that
too. Been married 21 years. Been married 21 years.
That paper means nothing.
Yes.
That paper only means that if it literally is a contract. If y'all ever read it,
well, it means nothing to you. It means
the
nothing
paper
to you.
is a contract, and it literally says nothing about being married. It
says
I
can accept what you're saying, but like I said, it means nothing to you, but it means something to me.
It's a legal document to make sure that you get something if you die or if you separate.
Well, there's certain benefits to that.
What?
And yes, I definitely want my wife. I definitely want my wife in my demise to be able to partake of whatever it is that I have.
Yeah, that's life insurance. I can do that.
Yeah, and we can all do that. But like I said, I hear what you're saying. And listen, I know that you're not the only individual that feels the way you do. I'm just here to say that to me it means something different. Now I can accept you being in the space that you're in, you know. So hopefully you can accept me for being in the space that I'm in.
I think I was in a place where I thought it was
okay.
I thought, well, you have to be. No, I don't like to think. I thought the paper was the big deal. I thought the commitment to like having a celebration under God. I actually do believe in that, and I don't have any problem with having a wedding, showing my family and children and everyone around me that we are committed. I don't even mind if you feel so damn needed to just to show the connection. If you want me to change my name, I don't even mind that. But the paper itself, to me, I will say this because my other partners actually want to be married to me, but and I don't mind that because that's their mind frame. So it's not anything wrong with wanting that because you were told that meant something. But I guess I don't want to change anyone's mind about it. But
you know, this is an interesting conversation.
My partners are actually. That's why I said I'm very odd. Even in poly, I'm odd.
It's a very odd, interesting conversation.
Yeah, my partners are actually very, very traditional men who want to be married. That is goals. They want that stuff. No lie. They are at all the way. That's why they
want to be married, but they want to be married to a woman that is with other men, right?
I mean, they want to be married to me, so that obviously they do.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I mean, at this point, they saying yes. That's what makes it. That's what I'm saying. I guess because of the conversations that maybe we've had and the fact that we actually have a bond.
Well, hold on. I got a question, probably. Hold on.
Yes, baby.
So hold on. Now, if you marry them, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean that you're done with doing what you're doing?
And would I be a closed pod?
Yeah, that's just them.
I mean, it's an option. We've discussed that. It's an option if we want to do that. It could be a closed pod. We've discussed that.
But that's something that you want to do, though, because it seemed like to me like this is something that you don't want to just give up.
I don't. So it's not like, okay. So how I feel, because I think people think I'm constantly dating. It's not just you. I think they think that too. I am not. I said the idea of that if I meet someone else in my life, let's say 10 years from now, I meet someone else. I do feel like a way about it to some degree, where it's like if I meet someone and I'm having this great connection, and I'm feeling like this is someone I'm in love with, do I say no to them because I'm only with you guys? And that's where the poly in me kind of says, oh, but I can and I would be very, very willing to do such and not have any more partners. Absolutely. I'm not against it. So I'm not against closing off, because on top of that, I put my partner's needs right there with mine. I know that's something that they would like. So I can't deny what they want too. The relationship's not just about me, it's about us. And if they want that too, we have to just find the middle in that place. So I mean, we've discussed different things. We do talk quite a bit about things. the long term and short term or whatever. But right now I'm not close. But I mean, it's just not right now. But I mean, one of my partners has talked to me about it. He's like, that'd be nice. And I say, okay, I hear him and I let him know I heard what he said, and that could be something that we could do. So it's not a closed conversation. Yeah, there's closed topics out here. There's a lot of the ones who are real successful and all those great ones who are like really long term, they're closed usually. They're not like I don't want to get too much terminology, people start freaking out, but like just something called like a spider web. That's people have a lot of partners in that one, and the partners aren't all connected. I'm not down with that. There's quads, those are closed. They're like two husband and wife, another husband and wife, and they're together, but maybe the men aren't together, but the wives are. Anyway, they're quads, and those are usually together a lot. It's just tripods, 3 people. Usually when you see someone who's polyandry, the men are bisexual usually. That's usually how it is. So they're all together. You'll see them close and they won't go outside themselves.
Wow.
It's just me. Like I said, I'm a little outside of even in the poly realm, but I'm not closed, but I could be.
Well, listen.
Salute to Miss Nebraska. She had to go. I do have a question, but go ahead, Mr. Bryant.
Yeah, listen, I've been here for a while, and I think I've added as much as I could to the conversation. So I'm going to kind of tap out right now, but I do appreciate the conversation. Thank you, Sister Polly,
thank you
for being as transparent as you was, and hopefully, I didn't offend you in any way. It was not my intention. And Mr. 84, thank you again, sir, for
yes, sir,
having me up on your panel, man. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And
yes,
peace and blessings to everyone.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and Vaughn, no, I'm not offended. Like I said, I get passionate sometimes, but I'm definitely not offended. And I appreciate monogamous relationships that are long lasting. My grandpa have been together for like over 60 years. So like I'm down. Like I don't have no issues with that. I love it. It's fine. So yeah, I'm not bad mouthing monogamy. It is cool. I don't have no issue. But
thank you, Mr. Bryant. I was about to switch gears too, Mr. Bryant. I was about to switch gears, man. I was about to ask about some holiday stuff, but I know you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go. Good to see my brother who just popped on. Big Rick Slap. What's up, my brother?
What's going on?
Yeah, man, I wish you could have chimed in a little earlier. I would have appreciated to hear your opinion on this topic. But since you just popped up, I'm sure I will hear it. And I'll be in the chat.
Okay, dear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have a good night, Vaughn.
All right.
Good night, Mr. Bryant.
Good night.
Hey, Quantum.
So Big Rig, man, what's going on, man? Salute to Big Rig Slaps. Other half of Easily Rig, what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up with it, man? I just had a question though. I was listening to Miss Polly talk, and when Vouaghn Bryant asked her about the the different partners, and he said, well, do the men get that same type of deal? And what was your reply to that, Miss Polly?
So how I told them, I am actually okay with them if they wanted to. I don't mind as long as there's communication about it. I don't have an issue with it. My partners are doing it. That's all. Just like other than that, I know I saw what you wrote, Slaps. You're like, I don't believe that, but I mean, my partners. I mean,
I was ready to call Cap, Miss Polly. No, I was like, hold on.
Well, okay. Well, I wish my other partner here. He was here, but he had to go out to leave for a second. But I think for him, he's just like, I've been monogamous so long. I really don't know how to. I'm not poly. I don't know how to really manage like this.
Okay, but look, let me rewind tape. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So when Mr. Vouaghn Bryant said that, your reply was different than what your reply is right now.
Yeah, they're not. That's what I said. They're not.
Your reply was more like, oh no, nope.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it like that. I actually am a compersion.
It kind of came off like that though.
I'm sorry.
And that's why no need to apologize. But that's why I was like, hold on. So you mean to tell me you can go out there and do your thing, but these dudes that you having this relationship with, they can't? And I was like, man, what kind of I ain't trying to cuss, but I was like, what kind of stuff is that? You know what I'm saying?
You know what though, Slap? There actually are some polyandry women who are into that, and they don't let their partners have other partners. I'm just being real honest with you. They exist. And
I can dig that. I mean, men do that all the time, man.
Right.
But we got different names for that, right? But what I'm saying,
no, these are okay. Listen, there's men who actually come to me a lot because I have some groups on my Facebook. I have a couple groups on Facebook, and there's one. I'm in the group. It's not my group, but it's for polyandry women, and there are men who go in there looking for women who already maybe have a partner. And
damn, Riggs done started something.
Listen, and it's just crazy because they'll come to me and be like, "Oh, I just want to be with you, but like, I don't care about them. They're cool. Like, we can hang out, but like, I don't want any other partners." And they're very, very clear about it. Like, they're like, "I don't want any partners. I just want to focus on you. I want to give you all my energy." And you're like, "Oh, okay." Like and actually, that to me. Like Vaughn was saying, that freaks me out. When someone says shit like that, sounds like you want to be obsessed with me. And I don't want you to be obsessed with me because that can cause issues because you're obsessed. So I don't know. I don't know about that. But
okay, that kind of goes to another question that I had real quick to follow up with Vaughn said, right?
Yeah, sure.
So Vaughn also was like, hey, with me, I'd rather be giving my 100, you know what I'm saying, to, my one and only, instead of giving 20% to 3 or 4 different, and I feel that. And then you kind of put the spin on it like, well, it's like a big family, you know what I'm saying, the love is there. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Vaughn has a valid point, and that's the
so what I'm saying though is but how you put that though, right, that's like me having a family, right? I go home, I got brothers, sisters, all that, right? We all in the house, it's all love. But that's a whole different kind of love, and that's what Vaughn was trying to put out there. You feel me? Like that's a whole different kind of love, and dealing with like different people. Like he was saying, they may love a little differently. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he was saying where you can get that obsession type shit because, just how you said they can be in regular relationships. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the difference? Well, what he was putting out there, well, if you're going to deal with, if it's in a regular one-on-one type thing, well, shit, what's going to be the odds if I'm, with like 3 different type cats? You feel me? That's going to make my odds even worse on some old other. You feel me? That's all he was saying.
That's what he said. Okay, well, thank you for clearing it up because I will say that is very, very true. So, like I said, I know Bishop Bryant was like, you're not a psychologist, but I did do some psychology classes. I'm saying I'm the best and bombest, but I actually love how humans think, and I really, have studied that. So when it comes to that, you are very, very correct. I myself know that I'm not going to find 2 partners who are extremely different because that would not work. I'll be very honest. So when I go out here, let's say I'm going to go on a date. There's been times when I've been with someone on a date and they'll say something or start talking a certain way. And I'm like, you know what? My partner would not like his energy at all. And that is sometimes a no-go for me. I'm going to be real honest with you. That's how involved it is when I'm dating. I'm considering the partners I'm already with. Even the 2 I'm with now, they're out there, they're pretty different. But when it comes to concrete values that they have, they are very similar. And that's very important. My partners, they're very they're very family oriented. They like to provide. They're providers. They are very like they seek knowledge. They want to look for things and find out things you're interested. They teach me things, and they show me things, and they encourage me to continue to be who I am. Those are things that they have in common. So even when they met, initially it was slowly over time. Those are things that I knew that would not be an issue. When I said, hey, one of the kids got in trouble at school today, both of them would be like, oh wait, we ain't doing that, and they've had conversations with my children separately, but it happens. So like I said, we function as if we're parents. It's just more than 2. So it's when it comes to that, yes, we function like, okay, I had listened, something happened. the car messed up down the street. Oh, I can't go. I'm at work. Hey, but can you call him? He can probably grab you. We work and function as a team. It's not, well, I'm just dating this guy over here. I'm dating this guy over here. Those are my long-term partners. So these are people that I'm seeing every day. Like I said, I make lunch for all my partners every day. He comes here, and I make dinner for my other partner. We function more as a team than this separation. And then, like you said, different personality. You're right, Vaughn. You are damn right. I would not do that. I would not have a crazy boyfriend who's into this other stuff, and they're like, so yeah, that's not going to work. You crash and burn. No, that won't work. You're right. Don't do it. You can't. It won't work. Every time you see like that, it won't work. But like I said, they're different, but they're similar on values. That's the best thing I can say. If you're looking for two people, similar values are going to really save you at the base. Because first off, that's something that's probably not, hardcore values aren't going to change. Not to that degree. And you're going to be with people who have stuff in common. Like, they just do when it comes to things that really matter to them. I don't know if this makes sense to me. Maybe not to everybody else. I'm not sure. But yeah.
I could dig it. I appreciate the clarity.
Sure. Yeah, I can't deal like one. Okay, so I think it's funny because one partner, like I said, he's real, red pill. I don't know. I think he's real red pillish, real honestly. And he likes to battle with me in conversations. Like, he's just blah, blah, blah. Right? We both we battle each other. And then the other partner, he seems more agreeable on the other side. He's more like gray pillish. So it's very interesting, but they're both very, very traditional gentlemen. And it's just kind of interesting to see how they move differently in different situations, because one can be very extreme with certain things and the other one's kind of like he's on more on my side about certain things. We've had conversations where we're like, I think our best conversation we had was like, is love an action? That was like our conversation. Is love an action or is it a feeling? And it was like we had this great conversation and we kind of kept switching sides and who agreed with who. And that was great conversation. And we weren't on the same page at all at first, But the conversation, we just kind of moved around and we all were just like, okay, that's cool. And it was interesting. That's all. Yeah.
Wouldn't you think love would be like both though?
We have decided as a whole now, sir. Love is an action. You give love. It's not that's what we have agreed upon over here. Well, I don't know. Maybe the other one, I don't. But for out of 2 out of 3, we have agreed that it's an action. It is something you show, something you give is action to us. But a feeling is like if you're sad or happy, right? I don't know. That's how we were like throwing it around. It was interesting. What do you think? If you had to choose, what is it going to be?
That's another topic right there. Boy,
oh, okay. Well, I was just saying that was a good topic. We spent like a 2 hours.
No, I ain't saying it's a bad topic. We build it. You feel me? But that's a whole nother topic in itself, though.
It was so good. I was like, damn. We was underlining each other left and right.
Man. So Riggs, man, what do you think about the holidays, man? Not to switch gears, but I got you. So
why you slip that in? Why you slip that on me, bro?
Hey, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Any holiday stories, good word, whatever.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it 100, man. I'm gonna keep it 100, right? I've always enjoyed the holidays. I've over the last few years come to a different understanding on holidays, birthdays, and everything. But like I said, I don't hold no bad nothing, because I'm just now coming to that understanding, so I don't push that on nobody else. When they come to their own understanding, that's what they do. But I loved Christmas. I still like Christmas. I like lights, you know what I'm saying? Like what Vaughn said, I like the smell, I like the atmosphere, I love everything about it. But just now I just have a different way of looking at it. But I hold nothing against it. I still, when I drive and I see the lights, I love it. I slow down, see whose house is popping the most. You know what I mean? I love the shows, the cartoons, all of that, man. I grew up the Frosty come to town, the big food gathering, you know what I'm saying, at grandma's, you feel me? Christmas was harder than Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving was cool, but Christmas was hard though. You know what I'm saying? So I just, but also what Vaughn said too, man. You know, Christmas also brings on, you know, the holidays. You know, some people, they don't have the money to even go see people. It don't got to be Christmas. It could just be the holidays in general. You can't go see your peoples like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Because your funds ain't right. So it puts a damper on things. You know what I mean? It's like you try to be kind of happy, but at the same time, you're a little bit sad and upset. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't with your people. So, you know, it's just, to me, I just kind of, my look on it, I feel every day's a holiday, bro. Every day we chopping it up and having a good time and laughing, you feel me? It's a holiday, man. So, you know, I try not to put it all on a certain day or a certain time of the year, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, I'm with it, bro. I'm not, you know, I'm not against it, man. You know what I'm saying? I would never, you know, tell anybody nothing different, you know, it just is what it is.
Man. So, okay, man, I'm about to, yo, Riggs. Okay, you sharing that got me thinking about a lot of stuff during the holidays right now.
Hey,
so I'm about to be transparent. But before I do, salute to the homie Kings of Dreams. What's up, baby? You know what I mean? You know, salute to them. And I got to bring in, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's definitely a big part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Without him, there is no us, man. We definitely love this brother. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. The one and only. M3, what up, baby?
What's up, everyone? Yeah, I was waiting for my bro introduction anyways, though. But thank you, Mr. Intellectual SoapBox. What's up, everybody?
What up?
Nothing much, man. A little bit under the weather, but yo, man, I was watching the stream, man, and it's fire, bro. You know, salutes to Vaughn Bryant for a donation, and salutes to Kings of Dreams and everyone else in the chat. Salutes to you, Riggs, and also salutes to you, Miss Polly, as well.
That's the grumpy. But what I was gonna say, man, still to this day, you know, not being around family, you know, it does affect me at times. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a difficult thing at times. You know, that even I'm struggling with. You know, at the very moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the easiest thing to deal with. But I've kind of learned how to navigate it throughout the years. Even though sometimes my family get on my goddamn nerves. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm glad that I'm not so much near them, but you know what I mean? But around this time, man, it do hit home that you want to see them. You know what I mean? Or you kind of want to be around them or just be in their presence. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know what I mean? Don't forget, y'all, as y'all see the hashtag holiday healing. You know what I mean? That is for the Cash App. You know what I mean? The Cash App those in their need. You know what I mean? So definitely send your donations, y'all. This all goes to those in need, all right? We're trying to raise awareness. We're trying to raise, you know, donations to help those that are in need. You know what I'm saying? Also salute the Mimsy Limbs. You know what I mean? I see you popped in the building early on. My bad, I didn't get to shout you out, but salute to you as well. You know what I mean? Everybody was cooking, so my bad. But M3, man, what does the holidays mean to you? You got any stories, any good word, whatever? Anything you want to share? Any questions you got for anybody up here? What's good, baby?
I mean, to be honest with you, the holidays don't really mean much to me. It is more of the festivities and just bringing people in together. As far as like the actual Christmas or Hanukkah, whatever, I don't really care too much to really personally celebrate it. But I know, like, you know, other people like my wife, shouts to Marion, and, you know, a few other, like, you know, friends, you know, they're still into those holidays. So if it makes them feel uplifted, and especially with family members, oh yeah, I'm gonna join into the holiday vibe because I like absorbing their type of energy. So it makes me feel good. Now, as far as with family, unfortunately, you know, my family, like, they're from out of state. So, you know, it is kind of hard, like, when, you know, we're like in group chats and families already planning to get, like, you know, holidays in together, and, you know, ticket sales is, like, you know, up to the roof. So it's either like you choose, like, you know, one or other, Thanksgiving or Christmas. So since we already chose Thanksgiving, maybe next year we'll probably set up some time where we, you know, hang out together for Christmas. But you know, other families are lucky because they're more local, so you have those times to really be close near to your family members to really celebrate. Let me backtrack a little bit. Now, however, I mean, now with the small group, immediate group of family, still cherish those times as well too. Especially like if you have like holiday parties, people coming by, whether if it's like a 2-hour drive or not, the fact that they're coming to see you, you should definitely cherish like those moments, while they're still around. So, part of this, the stream of, like healing for the holidays is that, not a lot of people really get the opportunity to experience one or the other. So some people don't even have families at all. Or some people, at one point, Christmas used to be something, or the holidays used to be something that was near and dear to them, that they was happy about celebrating. But now it's like something that used to be more joyful is now something that's sad, So, it could be health conditions, it could be other things that's going on. So, I encourage people, like, when you see the hashtag, the $ holiday healing, definitely give us like a cash app for that. All the proceeds definitely goes to the ones who are not able to see their family members, who are battling through like, cancers and all that. And even if we don't really have a lot to give to them, just a small amount really helps. At least like show them that we at least care and we're thinking about them. So hopefully people who are watching this can, really have the heart to donate. Unfortunately, we don't have, super chats unlocked like for, YouTube. And, that's going to be a minute. But we do have other outlets that you guys could donate. So please take the time to donate, man. Your donation will definitely help someone out.
Good stuff.
Man, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. You know what I'm saying? Was everybody done? Asking Ms. Polly any questions, or anybody any questions about anything, or any statements about anything? As we continue to go on.
Yeah, we can go on. Want to?
Polly, did you get that Did you get that system that you were looking for? I maybe he was trying to get you a system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't get it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of fell off the ocean for about a week here, so yeah. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm still, I'm gonna aim for that. Like you said, I'm gonna go ahead and do probably the GoFundMe or something like that. We'll figure it out after everybody gets their Christmas gifts and they get their Christmas dinners and they start, these kids these days, they want all new iPhones and their old iPhones stop working because you know how Apple is and things once everybody's done being broke, around February,
Oh wow.
It'll be fine. What?
Well, remember, February is when you get money again. That's income tax, girl. Everybody holding out to February. That's when income tax comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do.
Hold out, everybody. Hold out. You know what I'm saying? Hold out, y'all.
Purchases. They don't make no big purchases. They don't sit right at the restaurants. They ain't trying to help nobody. They all that happens after Christmas is that all the stuff gets donated or given to someone else in need that they don't need anymore. So if you got a new TV for Christmas, then you're gonna get rid of your old TV or you'll move it. So you'll start seeing stuff. Listen, they just start getting rid of all the old stuff, or they're getting rid of the old stuff now so they can purchase new stuff. So you'll see a lot of things for sale that are old for some people that they want new things. They'll sell their old PlayStation 4 to get a PlayStation 5. All kinds of stuff. So
and listen, let me tell you this, y'all. Salute to the people who want to throw out that nice furniture out on the street that other people pick up and it's still good to use. Salute to them, y'all. Salute to them. You know what I mean? Now they can get on hand-me-down, all right? Salute to them. You may have to, scrub some of the stains off. There, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Listen, with that being said, y'all, do y'all think it's a possibility to be able to celebrate more than one holiday, right? Could you celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah at the same time, or you got to choose one? Do y'all believe you got to choose one, or can you celebrate all of them? What do y'all think?
Celebrate them all. I did that one time. I made my kids do all the celebrations, not when they're supposed to be, but just to have the experience of what it is to celebrate a different one. Yeah, do it. Do it.
What do y'all brothers think? Can we celebrate all the holidays, or we got to pick one?
Now, you know, soapbox long term, these people are only going to pick one because a lot of times holidays are connected with religion. So they're not going to want to. Well, I don't know what Kwanzaa is really connected to be honest. But
I think it's African religion.
But
I know.
What are they celebrating? Like, I don't know exactly what they're celebrating.
I don't know the exact thing is either. You know what I'm saying? But
damn it.
Yeah, we definitely got to look that up. We got to do research on that one. Next episode, this upcoming Thursday, I'll know more about Kwanzaa and what that's about, because I already know, but I know it's based on African tradition. For what I know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you try to do anything else, like the Jewish, they're connected to religion, so technically you'd be practicing with some religion. Is not a holiday, if that makes sense. Then that'll be a little weird, because then you're actually practicing a religious ritual. That's like saying you go to a voodoo priest and you start throwing stuff, saying, "Oh, I only do this every 5 years because it looks interesting." Like, no one does that. That's what it's like. Let's see here. Oh, it says it's like they're celebrating the phase of Matunda Kwanzaa, which means first fruits in Swahili. It's interesting. It's not saying exactly what. It's about food, it looks like. I mean, like maybe not food, but like like it says the first fruits coming in, because the weather's different over there this time. It's the opposite. So yeah, that could be it. Interesting. So yeah. Maybe,
but is that a problem? Is that a problem that the religion is based on? The holiday is based on religion. Could that be a problem? You know what I'm saying? Because can it make people feel like, dang, like I wanna celebrate this? You know what I'm saying? But it's based upon a religion. So based upon that, I really don't want to celebrate this thing at all. Like I don't want to have to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? Could that be an issue for certain people?
You can't celebrate Christmas if you, just like that gentleman who came on here. He goes, "I don't celebrate Christmas, but happy holidays." Because that's true. It's a religion. It's a religious connected. You can't separate the two. But America has made it so it's about spending time with your family. But most Americans are a sector of Christians, so a lot of them are still, at the end of the day, following Christian faith. So the majority here is Christian, so they made it that it's a nationally holiday. But there's lots of people who are here who don't celebrate Christmas at all. They just don't. Yeah, you can't. Religion's connected. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It's like the guy who, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds crazy, but maybe, I don't know how you feel about it. I'm just gonna say it. For when they started saying that Martin Luther King Day was a national holiday, I was at work and somebody came up to me and I was at work and they were like, "Hey, why are you here today?" And I was like, "I work on this day." And they were like, "Oh, well, it's a holiday for you, isn't it? Go home." And I was like, "I don't want to go home. I want to work." They literally were trying to tell me I could go home without pay, though, because it was a holiday.
Oh, without pay. Okay.
Without pay. So all the black people there who got out of work without pay because they just wanted the day off, they missed out on pay. They didn't get paid for it, and then all the white people were there. I didn't feel like that was something that I need to not work for that day. I'll be honest. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but I'm saying is the celebration itself is connected to something that with the group of people. So if Christians celebrate Christmas, it's because they're celebrating the birth of Christ. I ain't talking about handing out gifts. I'm talking about the celebration of Christ. And then some people think it's paganism and all that in there. So either way, it's still religious connected. Why would you want to celebrate a birth of a God that you're not associated with? That's weird. Are you going to celebrate Hinduism days now because you like the colors and stuff? It actually sounds really rude, really disrespectful, because now it's like you're just saying, "Oh, I just like the colors. I just want to play around," and that's someone's religious connection. You have no
But okay, this is my question. Rather than force people to celebrate the holiday based on a religion, can they just celebrate the holiday and not really have to focus on a religion, right? Kind of like what M3 was saying. Like, he celebrates the festivities, but he's not really into it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have that meaning to him like that. So is that okay for people to do that, or do you think that's still wrong? You know what I mean? Like, you still feel like that's disrespectful, because it's like, I should be able to, you know what I mean, to basically, you know, you celebrate a holiday, but why do I have to be connected to the religious aspect of it? Why can't I just celebrate? Like, I just want to be around my family for Hanukkah. You know what I mean? And I just want to just kind of partake in what they're doing. That doesn't mean that I'm of that faith or of that cloth or whatever. I just want to celebrate.
I mean,
can people just do that freely?
He's married into that. I mean, if you're married into someone else who has no religion, you may participate in the activity, but not actually be of that faith. But if you're just saying, hey, I found out about this holiday, I want to participate because it's a holiday. A lot of people, I'll be real honest with you, there are atheists out here who will say, okay, hey, I'm just participating in Christmas because, like I said, it's a massive holiday over America. So they give you 4 or 5 days off. It's like you don't even have an option. Like, you can't just go to school or work. Everything's closed. They're forcing you to celebrate it. You know, what are you going to do? You just stay home. They're forcing you to take time off because they know that the majority of the United States is in a Christian situation, and so that's what it is. So you don't have to, but I think if you're like married to someone who is of the opposite, I don't think there's anything wrong with you participating because your family, you love them. But if you're just a random person with no connection, marriage, or anything to someone, and you're participating in it, I think it is disrespectful and rude. I don't know. It's like me going into a mosque and I start singing Jesus. It doesn't make what are we doing? What are we doing? It doesn't make sense. You're not there for knowledge. You're not there to celebrate the God. You're just there for no purpose. For what? So then it seems like you're mocking them. I don't know. To me, it just seems a little odd. It doesn't make any sense at all. But that's just me. It doesn't make sense. Like, why would you participate in a religious activity if you're not religious? I mean, you don't think that's weird?
I could see that, but I also could see how people just kind of want to celebrate things and be around their family. Like, they're not really, concerned about anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Taking advantage of the days off. That's fine. That's not you. The United States forced you to do that. Nobody else is doing that. Like there was a case. So I like I told you, I study international studies. So when I have pen pals in Japan, during this time, I say, well, they call it the holidays, and I say, well, what are you doing? And she's like, well, we just go out, we go buy stuff, and we hang out with our family. And I say, oh, but they're like, they're not Christian at all. And she's like, yeah, we don't do any of those things. So it's kind of like, well, what's the purpose? It's just because they got the time off. And they call it like, when you think they do it somewhere else, they call it the holidays. They're not really, they're not doing anything. So it's a little weird.
Y'all
don't find it? If you know what? Here's another example. When you're a Catholic, so you're not, unless you're actually Catholic, you're not supposed to take communion. You're not supposed to do that. That's like you going into a Catholic church to take communion for no reason, just because you wanted to taste the crackers. You don't think that's weird?
I mean, listen. I think that people. I think sometimes when we do things, yes, some things can be offensive or weird. But sometimes people also, they just want to be around the people they love. They don't want to be judged, right? So it's a double-edged sword. So sometimes we just want to be around people that we love. We don't want to be judged by them. You know, let me see the Queen, what's going on? You know what I mean? And we just want to be around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the fact that, you know, we don't believe in a higher power or something like that, but sometimes we just want to be around the holiday cheer, right? You know, we just want to be around the people that we care about. And maybe necessarily, you know, the religious part can be left out. But Queen, what's going on? Salute to you. Any stories about the holidays? Anything you want to share? Any questions you have for anybody up here? You know what I mean? What say you, Queen? What's going on?
No, I have no questions for nobody. Because I don't care what nobody thinks. No, I was just gonna say, you know, since my mom passed, the holidays are different. You know, and I want to bring back a lot of the traditions that she had. You know, but it's hard. Because, you know, my family's all spread out. So, you know. So the holidays is always bittersweet for me.
Queen, do you have any Christmas stories, anything like that you like to share? Any stories?
Well, I do miss when we were younger. All the girls were in dancing school, so whenever all the family would come over and my mom would have a party, my parents, we used to, one of my oldest sisters, she would teach us a few dances with my cousins, and we always had a bunch of different dancing school costumes. So we would put on a Christmas show, and my little brother would be at the steps, and he would charge a fee for them to come in the basement, and we would perform, and and we would go to the movies or ice skating, do fun stuff with the money.
Oh wow! That's what's up. I like that. I like them.
And we wouldn't let them pay us anything. They wouldn't give us anything lower than a 20. So my brother would say, "Nope, that's not big enough. You can't get in here. No $10. No, $10 not enough." So yeah, that was one of the best stories. And then my mom would always have a bunch of gifts under the tree, and so it was weird. It's like whoever came by, even if they were unannounced, she always had something that somebody else would like under the tree. Even if it was a kid, they brought their niece or their nephew with them, she would have a toy underneath the tree. She always had something for somebody that came in the house during the holidays. Everybody got something. Yeah. And it wasn't one of those junk throwaway gifts. You know, my mom was very, very thoughtful and kind. Like me.
Yeah, that's true. You know, that's true. But this is my thing, right? Okay, because in our neighborhoods now, you know, people believe in all different types of things. Do you think that now it's difficult for people to even do that, to even reach out to their neighbors or reach out to the ones around them, because everybody believes in something different now?
No, I don't believe. I think it gives you it gives you more of an opportunity to get to know other cultures and traditions. So I think it's the opposite. You know, if you allow yourself to learn, you know, or your neighbor's willing to teach. So yeah, we didn't grow up around all one race either. So we had Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Italians, you know, Jamaicans, Africans, you know, so every household was different. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. But you know, we live in a state of isolation still, so we're still trying to come out of that.
Well, y'all, I want to thank everybody for chiming in, man. Coming up to the Holiday Healing stream. As we said before, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, if you, for everybody that's here, if you're watching replay, that is the Cash App for the Holiday Healing, for our donations for those who are in need. Hashtag Holiday Healing, y'all, okay? Please, donate to it. Donate to those in need. Donate to those who are, who need that help during the holidays, man. Okay? So listen, y'all, show that love. I want to thank everybody that came up. I want to thank Mr. Bryant, Big Riggs, Miss Polly, Miss Nebraska, Pagoda, Queen, thanks for coming up. Also, M3, thanks for coming up as well. I want to salute everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And if, since we had a very, very good stream, very entertaining stream, we have a lot of stuff coming for y'all this week, okay? This whole week, we got something coming for y'all, all right? You're not going to say, okay? All we're going to say is just please tune in, all right? Tune in to the different formats and different stations. If you have not, follow Miss Nebraska. That'll be a good thing for you to do. Also, like and subscribe, of course, to this channel. Knowledge and Relationships. And of course, like and subscribe to, the Intellectual SoapBox. So, okay, we got one more guest that just popped up. All right. Now now, brother, I'm gonna let you up. Okay. All right. Now, listen, please be respectful. All right. You're gonna be disrespectful. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So I'm gonna let you up, brother.
Before we let him up, right? We gotta make sure we could do a voice verification. So let me go ahead and cover this. We want to bring Simon up. Simon, let us know if that's you.
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
All right, that's him. All right, he's confused.
All right. So Simon, before we close out, before I get up out of here, do you have anything that you want to share about the holidays? Any holiday stories? Anything that you've been through? Anything you want to share?
Yeah, but for me, the holidays are really meaningful because we get a minute to just spend that time around our family and really reflect, because the year is testing. I don't know what it's like for you, but for me, we have our day-to-day ins and outs. We have things we need to do, our jobs in particular. So we have no time for our family. We have no time to spend around and actually just sit down and think about shit, because everything's sort of testing in between. So I appreciate. I was just like, it's been 2 days. I'm like, oh god, I've got so much space. And it's like, wow, okay, we got another couple of days to deal with this. Okay, cool. Even my little one was like the same thing. She was like, oh, she didn't even realize school's around the corner. I appreciate you, bros. Look, do not ever think I'm detesting you. We all go through our own shit, and I don't mean shit and shit, but I just mean we're real, okay? And that's what it is. I'm always going to be rocking with you. I said that from the bang, so that's what it is, okay? I appreciate you having me up on here. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. Yeah, M3, don't let me do that. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. Look, we're gonna blast this on the New Year's. Look, I got a bit of time on my hands. I'm gonna be on live for a minute. I'm really blasting, not blasting people, but I'm just bringing up some conversations, some real conversations. If you guys want to chime in, it's up to you. If not, then it's up to you as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna highlight the real conversations. You know, I have, you know, like it's taken a while for us to get us to this. So knowledge and relationships is past the 1K, but I don't think that that's what knowledge and relationships is worthwhile about. We need to get knowledge and relationships up to 3K, then 4K. But that's our next speak. So let's see how that goes. I'm gonna be doing some stuff to make that happen in the background. Shout out to Intellectual SoapBox, QueBee.
Thank you.
But now,
thank you, brother. Appreciate you for sharing. You know what I'm saying? Now, Simon, are you going to spend the holidays with your family, or with your children?
I don't have any family, bro. You know that.
I don't know what yet.
No, I don't have any family. Well, the story, and I've spelled this out on YouTube. You know, I spent like the last 2 years trying to get hold of my daughter. So my family's my daughter right now. So, but I don't underappreciate people that have that whole thing where it's like, okay, the family's coming around Christmas tree and all the rest of it. I'm gonna be in a very solitude place with my daughter. And I appreciate that because, you know, she was abducted, for fuck's sake. And I don't think people really acknowledge that. So every day I see her, I'm just like, God damn, this is the... Yo, my Christmas gift and my Christmas day is like, wow, I'm with my daughter. That's it. So shout out to you guys. You've been the best to me. I mean, I know we've had our back and forth, but it's just a family situation, right? It's like just being in the house. That's how I see it anyway. It's just like being in the house. You give me a voice, give me a platform, and you know, that's what it is, right? Or not? I don't know. It's, you know, I mean, there are. I'm not anything in the sense that I'm cool. I'm happy. There are people out there homeless, feeling the chill of winter. When we were, you know, we were talking about that from a long time ago. People coming on these platforms like, oh yeah, winter's coming. It's like you're feeling that winter. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think next year is going to be interesting, and I think that's what we have. Look, Kevin Samuels. Are we going to be the ones that turn around and say what next year is going to be about, or not? Because I think you guys are what we look up to now. So tell us what next year's about. Tell us what next year's about. Because you guys are now at the forefront. Your channel, you know, channel is next to nothing, but you guys are the next ones.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, everybody, thank you for tuning in. You know what I mean? For the holiday healing. Y'all see the hashtag, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know, donate to the Cash App, y'all, whatever y'all can. You know what I mean? We appreciate everybody for coming up. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. All right. With that being said, y'all, we're going to drop out. Tune in, okay, for tomorrow. We got something cooking up, you know, with Miss Nebraska. We're not going to tell you what it is, but we're going to cook up something with her. Also, I got something cooking on the Intellectual SoapBox as well. Check that out as well, man, with Mr. Bryant, all right? And then Wednesday, we got something else with Miss Nebraska as well, but we're not going to tell y'all what that is either. All right, just make sure y'all tune in, man. Like, subscribe, tune in, all right? And as I said, donate to the holiday healing, okay? Cash App. Y'all see it right there, $ holiday healing for those who are in need, all right? For those who are going through a rough time, y'all, show them that love. And with that, y'all, we are out.
Knowledge and relationships